Those are the purrs we came for.
I hope that came across as purrs and not just rubbing the
He was rubbing the windscreen.
the windscreen right into the microphone, and now he wants the fuck out.
And now he's done. You handle it.
He's done. He's done with this interaction, never to come back. And goodbye. The star of the podcast is gone.
He's performed. I paid him. He's like, what do I need to stick around for? Hey everybody, you know it's when's the last time we said the worst year of our lives? When's the last time?
Well, that's not the name of the podcast.
I guess it's the news. I feel like we haven't said either in months.
It's been a while.
It has been a while. It's been the worst week of my life.
Yeah.
My fucking car exploded, and I never knew how reliant I was on cars until very recently, because I live nowhere near public transit, and Ubers and taxis are expensive.
And walking anywhere would result in you being stabbed and robbed.
Imagine
by an unnamed ethnic group who may or may not have been here before us.
It could be any of the ethnic groups that were here before us. I don't think we're being too specific. I think we're keeping it reasonably vague. But if anyone would like to ease my tensions, I forgot how English works. If anyone wants to jerk me off, if anyone would like to release some pressure, if anyone enjoys my work here, or like on the Sunday Twitch streams with Adam, which I actually don't know how I'll be able to get to currently.
Figure it out.
Yeah. So if you want to help with that, hey, paypal.me/notscotthenson. Link is in the YouTube description, and also a link if you don't have a PayPal account. So yeah, if you want to give a little something and make my life a little less ruined, it's very much appreciated.
Or hear me out.
Go.
Send money to that, but exclusively for Drew.
That's true.
That's a very good prank, and I very much like that.
If you say it's for Drew, I'll give it to Drew. Those are the rules.
That is a very, very good prank. Scott is desperate for car money. Please send him money. Please, here's some money for Drew.
We give this to Drew. You can send for both of us. You can send for one of us. Lady's choice.
FYI, I would feel bad, and I wouldn't take the money. But still. I appreciate the gag, but I feel sympathy. I feel simpy. For
it's a real, you're handsome, but I will hurt you.
yes, absolutely, abso-fucking-lutely.
So and hey, if it incentivizes you a bit, here's what I don't know if you're around. I don't know, 3 days ago at this point, we recorded 7.5 hours already this week. And now we're recording more hours this week because you need to hear about what WrestleMania 38 is going to be like, right?
Finally, we're taking the power back from you people.
The bonus episode.
The one you people that listens to this.
That nobody asked for.
There's one person that's into it.
No, there's several. It's just we've already done so many hours, and now we are recording this. I am uploading this as soon as we are done recording, because I don't know if you know, because if you don't know, now you know.
Finish it,
Papa. WrestleMania is tomorrow. And I know that may come as a shock to wrestling and non-wrestling fans alike, because who cares?
Who could even give a fuck? I don't know, all the people that spent all of their money to fly there to go to one, if not both days.
Yeah, although I would say the ones who don't give a fuck are the, what'll it be, about the 80,000 seats they still have yet to sell over the 2 days?
They still have yet to sell, but also they just set the indoor world record for attendance.
It is going to be very funny
when they lie about the attendance.
Like more than usual. Like they always lie a little bit.
There are 198,000 people attending WrestleMania.
This is the Pyongyang Grand Exalted Leader Stadium, and we have brought in 400,000 people at gunpoint to set the indoor attendance record for WrestleMania. Yeah, because they set the real record in 2016 at the same stadium, AT&T Stadium in Dallas, Texas, when they did a one-day show. And now they got so fucking cocky. The hubris of WWE is what I hate more than anything. Their product is the worst it's ever been. They're making the most money they've ever made, and they think they can run 100,000 seat stadium 2 days in a row. Fuck you. And also, number two, they can't. It has now been proven they can't do that. They've sold about 60,000 for each day, I think. I might be being generous. They might be in the 50s.
I don't know. I haven't heard a number since it was way lower than that.
Since they started doing 2-for-1 tickets like 2 months ago, and still have only gotten that far.
They're going to be giving away a lot of free tickets. They're going to have today and tomorrow.
They're going to have to paper the whole thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is insane. Like they're going to be giving away 30,000 tickets each day.
Nothing like making the most money you've ever made as a company, but then also being so bad at your own business that you have to give away things that cost you money.
It's the most incompetently run billion-dollar business of all time.
But the $1 billion is through like just a random series of like complete fucking luck.
Yeah, no, it's just falling like, ass backwards into money.
There are
it's
companies,
like they're the Kramer of of Forbes.
Yeah, like it's a real there's like such a huge vacuum in the market
said the N-word.
For sports.
Question mark.
Well, it's because like everything's owned by, like they used to be where multiple different networks could broadcast the same sport. So like football was on like Fox and ABC or like NBC for a while, and like basketball was on three different channels, and baseball was on 2. But now it's like, well, no, there's only basketball on one station.
NBC, nothing but Caucasians. ABC, anything but coloreds.
What about UPN?
Underpaid Negroes. WB, we black.
We black. Except for there's no WB anymore.
I know, sad. Now it's CW, colorless watching.
Oh, okay. But yeah, like really the only reason why they're making as much money as they are is because there's such a drastic hole in the amount of sports that can be shown on network television.
And because network television is desperate for live content, because that's one of the only things that people watch on network television anymore.
Except for Law and Order.
Except for your Law and Order Thursdays and your Chicago Wednesdays. Yeah.
I'm a fireman myself.
A fireman, you say?
Yeah.
I will give you all the money in my pocket, which, as we've established, is $12,000, but still send me a little bit of PayPal. If you can name one actor on Chicago Fire.
Morris Chestnut.
If it is, I'll die. I'll just die, Drew.
I know there's a black guy on it.
Because it's a television show, Drew.
But Morris Chestnut is my go-to random black guy.
Do you know Chicago Fire's in season 10?
Wow.
Can you even?
Wow.
Can you even imagine that? That's nuts. Top cast. Taylor Kinney. He's good. Who else we got in the mix? This is a lot of names I'm not overly familiar with.
Who's the fine dark gentleman?
Your dusky gentleman is an Eamon Walker.
I was close.
Who looks like kind of poor man's Sterling K. Brown.
I was close.
You were close.
Oh, yeah, I recognize
Partial credit, yeah.
You know what he used to be in? He used to be in Oz. Yeah.
He did used to be in Oz.
That was where...
Kareem Saeed on
That
Oz.
was where, as a child... Mm-hmm. I mean, I like
you should also... You should not have been watching Oz as a child.
Anyone who... I don't know what the...
You should have been watching The Wizard of Oz.
I don't know what the U.S. equivalent is. Maybe Showtime, I guess. But Showtime wasn't like a free channel.
No, it was pay cable.
But literally for Canadians growing up...
We had Showcase.
Showcase has like presented us with a lot of developmental problems as we get older. Like you got Red Shoe Diaries, which was nothing but simulated sex. You had Oz, which is where I saw my first penis that wasn't my own.
Nice.
It was just a enormous black penis. It scared the crap out of me.
What is that?
It might have also just been his penis.
It was probably just his
Maybe
penis.
just his penis.
I think you've seen at least one Chicago Fire penis.
Also, like, Showcase would run uncensored horror movies in the middle of the day on weekends.
Showcase was and still is. It's the same thing now. Yeah. Just a crazy channel. It's either basic cable or one above basic cable, but it's not pay cable.
No.
And yeah, it just shows uncensored HBO and Showtime just at 2 p.m.
Yeah, just like middle of the afternoon.
Yeah,
you're home cleaning up, you turn it on, and like bam, there's just like murder, rape, sex,
black dick,
Kenny versus Benny.
Kenny versus Benny, absolutely.
Yeah. It ruined my life for sure.
That's fair.
Yeah, it definitely ruined my life.
Yeah.
Now I've got a lot of problems that I don't look after.
Most of which can be traced back to Showcase.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to do?
Showcase a drink?
I'm going to showcase a drink. Nice segue. Very nice. We got this at Double DD Meats, which to me is 4 Ds. At, I don't know. I don't know what part. It's north of Seattle, but how north? Is it a shoreline? Is it a Nantucket?
Yeah. The 4 Ds. Dong.
Yep.
Dicks.
Yep. Dogs.
Danglers.
I think dudes and dogs have to be 2 of them. Dudes, dogs, dicks, and Don Cheadle.
Dames.
Or I don't know about that. True. I think that needlessly complicates things.
You might be right.
I was trying to keep it to spoilers for Monday. Oh God, why are we doing so many podcasts for you assholes? We're just doing one next week, and it's going to be so nice. Finally, a nice day. This was almost a nice day. This won't be bad because we pre-watched the movie we got to watch, but it's still 2 podcasts
because we didn't want to spend 8 hours recording a podcast.
Exactly.
2 separate podcasts.
Yeah. So. It's gonna be all right. I'm telling that you're just listening to me talk to myself. It's good. It's gonna be all right. You're gonna make it. Okay. What do we got? We got Bedford's, made in Port Angeles, Washington, a local brew from the Northwest Soda Works. A very intriguing flavor that I had to buy. Marion Berry Creme Soda. Now, Marion Berry, obviously, all-time best mayor of Washington, D.C. Got caught smoking crack. Not cocaine, like everyone else was doing in the 80s. Not doing, how do I say it? Not doing his people a great service. Getting caught smoking crack as the mayor of D.C. But at the end of the day, who cares? D.C. doesn't even get the vote.
That's true.
It's not even a real place.
Not even a real place.
Hey, answer me this. Has anyone actually ever been to DC?
Like, as a tourist?
Anyone. Who can anyone prove that DC is real?
It's like Australia.
It's like Australia for flat earthers. Yeah. It doesn't make sense. It's like it's a Brigadoon type situation that appears once every 100 years.
Who do you think is my favorite Marion?
I'm trying to get off of Marion Berry. I just love him so much. Marion Maid
Marion?
Yeah.
No, because I can't see her fox ears.
You can't see her fox ears. That's true.
They're hidden, which sucks.
It does suck. Yeah, I don't like my anthros wearing too many clothes. No. You can wear some clothes.
A little bit.
Don't cover up your cool parts.
Yeah. I'll allow you covering up 25% of your nipples.
Yes.
Like the top ones maybe, or maybe your pants come over the bottom, ones.
But I want a couple of rows.
Yeah.
For sure.
I would have accepted Marion Hossa.
Yes.
I would have accepted John Wayne, whose real first name is Marion.
Oh, nice pull.
But
I like that.
That's the correct answer, John Wayne, because I'm the only one that likes John Wayne movies.
And his politics.
I
love it's very funny canceling John Wayne 50 years after he died.
Can I tell you a very funny thing that I saw after the Oscars? I'm sure
that you do.
Because I don't think you've done enough Oscars coverage.
I haven't. Hey, did everyone like the Oscars? Did everyone enjoy our stream? I hope you did.
This is the first time I did not watch the Oscars at all. I literally saw no. Usually afterwards, I'd be like, "Oh, I would like to see this person accept their award," and then I'll watch the video. Nope, nothing.
I would like to see Will Smith accept this award.
Literally didn't care about anything that was happening. But what I saw, I don't know how true it is. I hope it's fucking true, because if it's not true, my heart is broken.
Did they give John Wayne the Governor's Award posthumously?
I think he already has a Lifetime Achievement Oscar.
I'm sure he's got something.
But no, when Marlon Brando won and he sent Little Sitting Bull or whatever the fuck her name was.
Ariel Littlefeather?
Is that what it was? Yeah.
I think that was the girl with the native gimmick in Women of Wrestling.
Oh, that was the girl with the dragon tattoo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I have to look it up.
So I guess when she went up to accept the award and then, did her whole spiel, that... because right after she accepted the award, the next presenter up was Clint Eastwood, and Clint Eastwood made a sort of very subtle jab at her.
Yeah.
But apparently, security had to hold back John Wayne from going up there and hitting her.
Oh,
for disrespecting the world of making movies.
Wow.
I don't know how true it is, but if that is true, that fucking rules.
So I was sort of right on the... so the wrestler is Aleer Littlefeather, who in WEW, Women's Extreme Wrestling, wrestled as Navajo.
Right.
Very funny.
Right.
Very funny.
Right.
And I think the Marlon Brando's one was Sachin Littlefeather. So it was a little feather, in fact. Very funny. One of the coolest things that happened at the Oscars. Cooler than this year.
John Wayne? Yeah.
Yeah.
See, and now you understand why I like John Wayne's politics.
That's true.
Number one, because he stopped a woman of a certain race from doing a thing, or tried to.
Yep.
And also because
I'm all for stopping women of certain races from doing things.
And also because the person that she was representing was a noted homosexual, and
no.
You don't get to take a giant black wiener in the butt and say you're not gay.
Was
the 70s.
The 70s. Everyone was experimenting. Look, it's back when Hollywood was just secret gay and not secret pedophile.
Okay.
Things evolve, things change. But no, just everyone fucked everyone. We had just discovered drugs.
Yep.
And it was a real free-for-all for about 10 years. And everyone gets a pass 1969 to 1977. Anything you did in that time span is off the record. You can fuck Richard Pryor. It's fine. I'll allow it. What are you researching right now?
I'm reading more about the incident. I was listening to you, but... So Clint Eastwood presented the award.
I bet you guys didn't think you'd get the news today, and here you are from 73.
When Clint Eastwood, he presented best picture, but it was called best film at the time.
Ooh.
What he said when he got on stage was that the award was presented on behalf of all the cowboys shot in all of John Ford's westerns. Because I guess she accepted it on behalf of all of the indigenous peoples whose lands were taken, or blah, blah, blah. That's very funny.
That's very funny.
And then I guess afterwards, he said some stuff about Brando being a coward for, not showing up.
I don't think he was being a coward. I think he was being a weirdo.
And, well, yeah, I know. But, and then according to her... Littlefeather, she said that during her presentation, John Wayne was coming towards me to forcibly take me off stage and had to be restrained by 6 security men to prevent him from doing so.
Oh, sorry. Did they used to have security at the Oscars to prevent people from going up on stage and doing violence?
First of all, Will Smith and Chris Rock was fake and staged in order to give him street cred.
Fake and gay.
Fake and gay.
Oh, you had a couple of tweets during the Oscars that I wanted to read live in front of several thousand people live and what would be hundreds of thousands of people late once the edit is put up. I had the tweet on my phone. I showed it to Gael. I showed it to Adam. I said, I shouldn't read this, right? They're like, yeah, you shouldn't read this. I'm like, but I really want to read it. And they're like, no, don't read it. Also, was there a black guy in the room at the time? Yes, there was. Also complicated things.
Yeah.
But a black guy with the right opinions. Yes. He knows what's up. On big cat tier lists. Lions, trash. Bitches. Cheetahs, barely a big cat. He gets it. So shout out.
I assuming it was the one about how many years it had taken Will Smith to get to that point?
Yes, it did.
And the hashtag?
I'm happy to read it now because this is my show.
I'm in charge here.
I'll read anything on this show. Drew said the N-word on this show like a bunch of times. It's crazy. So the first one, the one that made me show my phone to everyone in the room. Oh, I did respond to it. So good. Yeah. Only took Will Smith 53 years to become black. And then I responded, king. And then to that I responded, richer. Congratulations. I mean, the other ones I could have read, but I didn't feel good reading anything besides the best one, and that was the best one. But congratulations to Sandra Bullock for being the second worst actor to win an Oscar in a leading role. You did it, Sandy B.
Yeah.
And then, of course, hashtag Oscars too black.
Which then, I don't know if you saw, but Trey responded to, like,
yes.
What? And I was like, no.
You're like, no, I'm not being racist. Well, I'm not being as racist as you think.
Like, I'm not saying there's too many black people here.
Yeah, Trey responded, my God.
Yeah, my God, yeah.
You're like, no, in the, like, it got hood really quick, not there are too many. Oh, okay. Your wording isn't doing you a ton of favors as far as not being racist. Yeah. And I quote, in the, like, ellipses, it got hood really quick, not there are too many blacks way. And Trey's like, oh, I got it.
Yeah. You know what else is really funny? Is Amy Schumer saying that she's traumatized now from it. And did you see all that?
No.
Oh yeah, she.
I know that everyone got really mad at her for calling Kirsten Dunst a seat filler. Like that was a controversy apparently, which just a fucking dumb throwaway joke, and like people and like a bunch of people thought like it was real and like that was a shoot and not a fucking scripted bit.
Yeah.
I hate people.
I hate people too.
I hate them so much.
According to Amy Schumer, she is still triggered and traumatized from hashtag Slapgate at the Oscars.
Now, the fact she used the wording triggered and traumatized, like, is she being sarcastic?
I don't know.
Yeah.
With her, it's really hard to tell. She did marry a retard and have his baby. So I think her judgment is kind of out the window.
All bets are largely off.
She on Instagram, she put, well, let me got here. Waiting for this sickening feeling to go away after what we all witnessed. The whole thing was so disturbing. So much pain in Will Smith. Anyways, I'm still in shock and stunned and sad. I'm proud of myself and my co-hosts.
That sounds fairly genuine.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it was just the triggered thing, I would say she's just being sarcastic, but that sounded kind of real. Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
I'm glad that I didn't watch it because I just don't think I would have been super invested. I am glad that Dune won all of the technical awards because if like fucking Coda won for visual effects or something, I would have been like fucking livid.
Free Guy was up for it.
Yeah, but I mean that it's all that whole movie is CGI.
Yeah, but still, Oscar winner for. I mean, we do have Oscar winner Suicide Squad, so why not have
and
Oscar
Army of the Dead?
Well, That was a nice one. But if the Oscars had their way, that would have been a real Oscar. That fan vote shit.
The Oscar for also, best male to male kiss goes to Scott and Drew.
Yay, we did it.
But we won the fan vote Oscar.
How did Zack Snyder mobilize his army of the dead to win like the two fake Oscars? Like the best moment was the Flash showing up in Zack Snyder's Justice League. That was the number. Like they called it something funny.
I haven't seen it.
They called it something. And did the Flash not show up in the first Justice League?
Have I seen Justice League? Maybe. I don't know. Have I seen Zack Snyder's Justice League? No.
Fair enough.
I don't care to. And I also couldn't tell you. Have I seen Batman v Superman? Maybe. Have I seen Man of Steel? I think so.
That's a hard maybe.
All those DC movies are the same and blend together and are also bad.
Yeah, so the two fan awards were the fan favorite movie and the number one cheer moment.
Oh.
And look, I don't know shit about fuck when it comes to superhero movies, but not number one was like all of the guys showing. Well, now that I say it, now I'm confused because it looked like they were showing like everyone showing up near the end of Avengers Endgame, but now that I say it, that didn't happen in 2021.
No.
So what was a big Marvel movie that had all the heroes in it?
Eternals.
No, Drew. I said all the heroes, not none of the heroes.
Spider-Man?
No, Spider-Man was a different one.
Oh.
That was like number 3. Hold on. Hey, why don't I look it up? Oscars cheer moment 2022. I feel bad that this is now in my search history.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'd feel dirty that you just looked that up.
Zack Snyder nabs Oscars cheer moment and Oscars fan favorite title. Zack Snyder, best director.
You know who's a bad director? Zack Snyder.
No. Did you see Sucker Punch?
I did.
So you do not care for rape Inception for dummies?
No.
I see.
I do enjoy John Hamm, though.
I enjoy John Hamm, too. Not the sequel to John Hamm.
Oh, yeah.
But imagine. How could you
imagine?
How could you even improve upon that?
Zack Snyder has he made any... I don't mind... Legends of the Guardians, the Owls of Ga'Hoole. I think either. That's okay.
And 300 is sick when you're a teenager.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 300 is the reason he got to keep making movies.
100%. Yeah.
He made a sick movie for teenagers and is sort of coasting off that.
Yeah.
But I did like the Owl movie. Me, you, and Kelly saw the Owl movie.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Yes, we did. And and it's not bad. It's not bad at all.
Yeah.
According to Litterbox, I have seen Batman v Superman.
And what did you think about it?
I gave it a 2, I guess.
Did you?
And I saw Man of Steel, and I also gave it a 2.
Do either have?
And I saw Justice League, and I also gave it a 2.
Do any of them have reviews? I would love to hear your reviews. Logged. Nope, they're all just logged. Oh, I guess I retract my statement because he made Watchmen, and Watchmen's really good. I like Watchmen more than most people because a lot of people think it's bad.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's very good.
I do like it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
it was dark before dark was cool.
Yes. The cheer moments were not by year. Although it was
literally anything.
It was a real 420 Awards all-time favorite movie award.
Oh, okay.
Except the top 2 were from 2021. So the top 2 moments in movie history coincidentally
in movie history.
That's right.
Okay.
I'm listening. Here's the top 5 in movie history.
When that bitch gets shot by Toby Jones in The Mist. That's my number one. My number one movie moment of all time is when Marcia Gay Harden gets blown through the head and the back of her skull gets blown off by Toby Jones in The Mist.
I'd prefer Marcia Straight Harden
because
how about Marcia James Harden?
So
she's a real team leader.
I enjoy watching a movie that you're waiting for that to happen, and when it happens, more than two people in the theater that are not with each other stand up and yell at the screen, and they were all white.
Can you believe I haven't tried the Marion Berry yet?
Have you? Can you believe that this is the WrestleMania?
This is the WrestleMania preview. It's WrestleMania preview / Oscars recap. There's a lot going on. We got a lot of plates in the air. Okay, do I say the top 5 cheer moments of all time, or do I try the Marion? Okay, I'm going to do the cheer moments. I'm going to try the Marion Berry. Then we're going to do the number 1 movies of the year. Okay, number 5, Neo's bullet dodging limbo move from The Matrix, 1999.
Okay. That's number 5.
Number 5. Number 4, all-time cheer moment.
Okay.
Effie White singing "And I Am Telling You I'm Not Going" from Dreamgirls.
Huh?
And I'm telling you.
Who's Effie White? What's Dreamgirls?
Oscar winner Jennifer Hudson.
Ah, okay.
Dreamgirls, which Jimmy Pardo famously cut out of as some sort of nightclub guy.
Who's 5'2"?
Who was 5'2". Who was 5'2" and 50 years old then.
Yeah.
Number 3, all time, Avengers Assemble to fight Thanos from Avengers Endgame 2019.
Okay.
And then number 2, all time, 3 Spider-Mans from Spider-Man's No Ways Home 2021. And of course, number 1, all time cheer moment, The Flash enters the Speed Force. And for $1 million, don't know what that is.
Nope.
From not Justice League. Let's be very clear. From Zack Snyder's Justice League 2021. Now it's Marion Berry time.
If you gave me an unlimited list.
Yep.
And you were like, and let's just say I was able to use full brain capacity, because with my amount of concussions I've had, I'm running at like 55%.
Let's say for the sake of argument, you didn't have late stage George Harrison Puddinghead.
Yeah.
Okay.
That I had only suffered 1 minor concussion instead of 8 concussions.
Instead of 8 big ones.
8 or maybe 9. I don't know. The number is
however many undiagnosed.
Yeah. And I could just like think of every movie, and I was making the list of biggest cheer moments.
How quick does Dreamgirls show up for you?
It's too low on the list for me. I think it's number 1.
Okay.
Somebody singing somebody else's song in a movie who can sing. That's a big pop.
Hey, she won an Oscar.
Black. No, I think the Spider-Man thing is cool, whatever, and like the Avengers Assemble thing, sure, I guess. Like I think
there were people in my theater crying when that happened.
Oh, I saw people crying in my theater as well.
That bummed me out.
That's pathetic.
That made me that almost made me cry, but not for the same reason. It made me cry for them.
You wanted to cry because you knew that humanity was doomed.
Kind of. I'm like, we've got like maybe 7 good years left.
Like if we had to, like, if every man in the United States got conscripted into the army right now.
Yeah.
How many of them would be dishonorably discharged immediately due to just lack of testosterone, and poor mental health,
being
gay, flat feet, dumpy butts.
I got 4F for a dumpy butt.
For a dumpy butt. We don't have pants that fit you, sir. You're out of the military.
There are no fatigues that will fit that ass. Yeah, so...
But yeah, those would be so far down the list, but I forgot that the only people that care about those are idiots.
That's correct.
So, would you like to talk about
Marion Berry?
This or that?
I would like to talk about Marion Berry. It's very nice.
I've got bad news.
What?
I should have peed before we started recording.
Uh-oh.
Because now I have to make an emergency pee.
I'm going to try pausing it.
What?
Yeah. And then...
But then people will know how long I was gone peeing and pooing.
No, if I pause it, they won't know. You'll be back instantly.
But they'll know how long it was paused.
How? You don't understand how this works. And we're back.
Got
We're back.
Gotta love a mid-podcast pee that turns into a poo that turns into reading Calvin and Hobbes in Scott's bathroom. That, may I say, was sitting open on the bathtub in front of the toilet, as if tempting me to pop a squat and flip through some pages.
What are you gonna do? Stand up and pee?
That is some baby poo terrorism. Come on, you want to put your butt down. Expose that little beehole.
Jesus. Is that your face? Should a possum crawl out of your collar? What a great first 2 weeks of Calvin and Hobbes insult, because I just re-cracked it, and it's right at the beginning.
Yeah.
And it only gets better. It's the best comic of all time, in case anyone had any debate on the subject.
I'm more of a Daria man myself.
Daria man. Trans icon.
Trans icon Daria.
You want to try this Marion Berry?
Sure.
It's good.
Marion John Wayne Berry.
Nice. I liked when all old tough men had women's names.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's good.
You got your Marions, you got your Leslies.
Yep.
You got your Delano Roosevelt.
You got your Delanors, obviously. You've got your Llewellyns, which I guess isn't a girl's name per se. It's just a weird man's name.
Yeah, it sounds feminine.
I think there were some Evelyns in the mix.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was a silly time. And Kellys, obviously Kellys. So many Kellys. But we got to talk about the Oscars fan favorite voting. So these are the fans. This isn't the old fuddy-duddy white men deciding decades too late to start giving awards to minorities, but then having the pendulum swing way too far the other way, where to the point it is literally impossible for a white man to win Best Director anymore. But no, this isn't those people. These are the fans. This is the people. This is the People's Choice Awards. This is grassroots. This is where the real action's at. And these are the 5 best movies of the year. Number 5, Tick, Tick, Boom. Who doesn't love Lin-Manuel Miranda and everything he does? Not me. Or me.
I started watching it.
Mm-hmm.
I got maybe half an hour in.
Mm-hmm.
It was bad and dumb.
Gotcha.
But I will give credit that the songs in the movie weren't in the slam jam poetry style of Lin-Manuel Miranda.
They weren't in hip social studies teacher style?
Yes. Yeah, they were not like that. So I will give him credit for changing up his style.
Well, my name is Shakespeare, and I'm here to say
I like little boys and I'm gay.
So that's number 5. Number 4, Spider-Man's No Ways Home. Number 3, movie of the year, Minamata.
Okay.
Starring old John Depp.
Okay.
What the fuck is this movie?
Is he the detective from the Kevin Smith movies?
It's John Depp.
Hashtag Justice for Johnny.
Bill Nighy and a bunch of Japanese.
Wow.
It's a 2020 drama film. Well, then it shouldn't be eligible, but okay. 2020 drama film directed by Andrew Levitas, who has also directed such things as 2013's Lullaby, and that's it.
Okay.
Based on the book of the same name by Eileen Miyoko Smith and Eugene Smith. I'm guessing Eileen Miyoko's maiden name was not Smith. The film stars John Depp, who also produced, as Eugene Smith, an American photographer who documented the effects of mercury poisoning on the citizens of Minamata, Kumamoto, Japan. The film premiered at Berlin in February 2020, 2 fucking years ago, and apparently is eligible for things this year.
Oh, sick.
It's a photographer documenting mercury poisoning in 1970s Japan. And I guess this was just like a Justice for Johnny vote. Like, what did Johnny do that we can vote for? This.
Okay. It's got a lot of sick people in it.
It does. It's got. I did see a one named person.
Got Jun Kurimura,
It
who is
does have Jun Kunimura.
Noted bad guy in things in Japan.
Yep. It's got Tadanobu Asano. It's got Hiroyuki Sanada.
It's got Hiroyuki Sanada. Who of Lost fame.
It's got Lily Robinson. Pretty good.
Andrew
Masayoshi Haneda. Yeah, he's done more acting than he has directing or writing.
What have I seen him in? He was in The Box, which we saw.
Hey.
He's in and out, Beauty Shop, and then that's all of the things anyone's ever heard of.
Who's the one named
Minami
actress that plays John Depp's wife?
She's Japanese and French,
and
she was in Battle Royale.
Cool. Oh, that was like her first thing.
Yeah. So she was one of the kids named after a legendary Japanese wrestler.
And then she married John Depp. What an arc.
She was obviously not an important cast member because she's very low on the list. In fact, she doesn't even have a character name. She's just listed as girl number something.
Cool.
But you got
But more importantly, the number 2 movie of the year, Blinderella.
Not to be confused with Blubberella.
Not to be confused with Blubberella. Very different movie. But probably just as exploitative. Mm-hmm. Although this is under the guise of not being exploitative, which is my favorite kind of thing. Now, am I crazy? Oh, no. Maybe this is a different movie.
It is.
Is there also...
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to ask?
A Kenneth Branagh one.
No. He did Belfast, you silly. He
also did Cinderella 2015.
No. Probably.
Yeah, and this one's an ethnically diverse Cinderella with noted gay man Billy Porter.
It does have gay man Billy Porter and Camila Cabello.
Yeah, and an ethnic Cinderella
as Blinderella. And the wickedly talented Adele Dazeem as Vivian the stepmother. Pretty cool.
This is the one with Pierce Brosnan, right?
It is.
Where they filmed it like 10 years ago and...
there's a different... The King's Daughter.
Oh, The King's Daughter, yeah.
They filmed literally in 2010 and just got released this year.
And they're like, man...
Pierce looks great.
Incredible.
Oh, he's 12 years younger. That'll do it. Is there... is there another movie, another ethnically diverse Cinderella called Sneakerella?
Sure. You know as much as I do.
Because I thought this was that, and they just wised up and stopped calling it that. But this doesn't look like what I was thinking of. Hold on. Is this real? Sneakerella is an upcoming American musical comedy directed by who cares?
What?
Okay.
I care.
No.
Is it Lin-Manuel Miranda?
What if I was to tell you the last name was Rosenbaum? Do you still care?
Nice.
But what if I told you the first name was Elizabeth? Because men can't direct movies anymore. Okay, so...
I forgot that the most talented directors in the world are no longer allowed to direct anything.
Look. It's 2022. And Kobe Bryant and Questlove both have more Oscars than Christopher Nolan. And that's the way it's going to be. And you're going to have to be okay.
Yeah, but I also don't...
Also, Christopher Nolan doesn't deserve Oscars anymore.
Yeah.
But he did it earlier.
At one point he did, yeah.
Like, Memento's fucking sick.
Yeah,
Prestige is fucking sick.
And also he didn't even get nominated for The Dark Knight, which whatever your stance on The Dark Knight is, it was one of the best movies of the year, and it got nothing.
Nothing. Heath. And he had to fucking die.
Heath by default.
Yeah. Default ledger. Yeah, doesn't work, but I tried. I'm out here trying stuff, guys. It's the WrestleMania preview. Okay, so there is also a Sneakerella coming out May 13th. pretty soon on Disney Plus. Because that's what confused me. Because
same day as SOS.
That's
Scott. We're not going to SOS.
I guess we're blowing off our wrestling show to watch Sneakerella on Disney Plus. Because I saw the picture for this. I'm like, this isn't what I was thinking of. And it's Amazon. I could have sworn the thing I was thinking was Disney. So both exist. I will never see either. And here we are.
Is Sneakerella a combination of Cinderella and Like Mike and or the lesser known Kevin Durant vehicle Thunderstruck? Where she finds sneakers that turn her into a beautiful princess?
Oh, I thought they would turn her into a beautiful busty rabbit.
Oh. Mm-hmm. I like the way you think.
We got to get them somewhere because we're not getting them in Space Jam.
That's true. Turns her into Lisa Leslie.
And of course, #1 movie of the year, Army of the Dead.
Of course. I've seen it. It was a thing.
Now, I've heard that Big Dave Batista only makes good movies from his own mouth. Would you say this holds true?
This is probably, honestly, the first movie where he actually tried to act and wasn't...
Did it pay off?
No.
I see.
But that being said, I still very much love Dave. I think Dave is a very, very funny person, and
he is a funny person.
He's very cool. But,
ever since he...
And I just want to be friends with him.
Yeah, like at the height of his, I don't know if his popularity, but like the height of his push in wrestling, I didn't like him because
I was kind of indifferent
because he was a big muscle man who
wasn't very good, couldn't even do his own finisher properly,
did his own finisher badly. I'm like, yeah, fuck this guy. It's another Vince McMahon musclehead. But then when he stopped giving a fuck, he became awesome.
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh. This is my.
And then when they turned him into like a whiny bitch, and he like
very funny,
had a crying hissy fit where he cried and quit, and then give me what I want, and the nose ring, and
the fucking nose ring,
the blue nose ring,
the blue nose
and
ring,
then Blutista,
which
was a great look,
absolutely. Yeah, that's my Dave.
I
don't need no 2007 world champion Dave.
He did have a good WrestleMania match with The Undertaker.
Great match with The Undertaker.
That was actually really good.
But that's it. That was his only good match for 5 years.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Who did you pick as the winner?
Oh, did I pick every single award correctly minus documentary short and one other? Yes, I did.
Oh,
I fucking crushed. I crushed.
Because you're woke and you understand the industry?
Because I'm an old white man and I know how old white men
would vote,
pretend to think in order to
keep their jobs.
Keep their jobs in Hollywood.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, I was the only one who got... The one that pulled me ahead was Belfast was that a screenplay award?
Yeah. Screenplay.
Because nobody had that. I'm like, yeah, they'll do that one. I had Coda, I had Jane Champion, and the Will Smith thing. Look, I'm tired of talking about it, but I will say this: I've been mad for 2 months about Will Smith even being nominated. And which funnily all stems back to his bitch wife. This is all Jada Pinkett. Yep. It's a weird thing to
bald ass head.
It's a weird thing to find out that Jada Pinkett is the most powerful person in Hollywood.
Yeah.
From completely changing how the Oscars are awarded 6 years ago. When was Concussion? It was 2015?
2014?
Yeah. So like 7 years ago to now, when she finally gets her stupid wish and her husband for yet another unwarranted nomination finally wins. But for 2 months I was mad he was even nominated. But if you had told me 2 months ago that in the last half hour up to the announcement of the award for Best Actor, I would be begging for Will Smith to win.
Right.
I'd have called you crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no way, any circumstance, any fantastical scenario you can come up with, there's no way I will be hyped for Will Smith to possibly win Best Actor. I will be mad up until the announcement and then madder because he won.
Yeah.
But they found a way.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Hats off, Oscars.
Yeah.
You did it.
Yeah. I would like to say that I did not see King Richard, but the moment it was put on Letterboxd, I went and reviewed the movie And I didn't give it any stars, but I wrote a review that said, I guess the only way to get your father to stick around is to play a white person sport.
I did see that.
And
very nice.
After the Oscars, it got 4, maybe 5 random likes as soon as the Oscars were over. I guess people like looking through to see like if it was good or like reviews of it. And then, yeah, I got a couple of random likes afterwards. So... for a movie I've never seen and a racist joke I made. Amazing. And
was it, no, I think it was someone else who said, like, oh, wow, playing a type A asshole who forced his children to become famous. What a stretch for Will Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw King Richard because I saw everything and didn't need to be 2.5 hours to tell me that, Richard Williams is kind of an intense psycho. I get it.
Yeah.
To write out the life plans for 2 of your daughters before they're even born, that's something a maniac does.
Yeah. And then that kind of shows why neither one of them enjoys anything in their life.
Neither enjoys anything in their life except showing their titties at the Oscars.
Yeah.
That was sick.
Yeah, but except for that's not something I care to see.
No, but it was very funny.
They can show me their turd cutters because they're big, but...
It's very funny during Will Smith's speech because we're like, well, the chaos is over at least. Then they cut to the Williams sisters, and then it keeps like flashing on just the Oscars logo on the screen. I'm like... now what's going on? And then we find out shortly after that Venus Williams' titty was out.
Yep.
Good times.
Good times. Are you a Venus man or a Serena man?
Now I'm a Venus man.
I was always a Venus man because I feel like she's a little bit more humble. Whereas I feel like Serena's a lot more of
Serena has turned into a monster the last few years. She made Naomi Osaka cry.
Last few years? I'd say the last 10 years. Like, as soon as she really became very dominant in tennis.
Yeah.
Because, like, Venus was the dominant one for a brief period of time. But then once Serena started to be, like, the obvious choice as the better daughter, she's just, like, she's completely ruthless and, like, just evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely do. I hate Serena, and I have nothing but a mild respect for Venus.
Yeah, Serena's bad. The only 2 I missed were documentary short and animated short.
Because those ones are real just fucking toss-up.
Well, I think the animated one was a surprise, because like the Disney one didn't win.
Huh.
Which is shocking.
The one before Encanto?
Robin.
I don't remember. I saw it in theaters. I still don't remember shit.
Yeah. And then the documentary short, it was kind of between 2, but most people were saying Audible about the deaf football team. But can you really give awards for 2 deaf things? Answer, no.
No.
So we went Queen of Basketball.
Gay.
And
fake
and gay.
I would very... Are we done with the Oscars talk? We're done with the Oscars talk.
We're done with the Oscars
Very, very quickly, I would like to mention that I actually saw a movie in theaters.
Brag.
Ty West's X.
About the 70s punk band?
About the 70s punk band.
Cool.
I just remembered something else I got to tell you about Scoob.
We'll do Scoob talk on the next. Yeah.
So here's a spoiler alert for anyone listening. There will be some Scoob talk on Monday's episode. So very quickly, the only thing I want to say is it was pretty decent. There's a very, very funny sex scene.
In Scoob?
Yes, in Scoob. In Ty West's X.
Yep.
Very funny sex scene. There is a very funny scene involving Kid Cudi's fake giant penis.
Does he even need to fake it? I bet he's packing.
But I don't think he's showing real dong. Like it's a silhouette.
It's like 3 feet.
It's like Kane. I want to see Kane jerking off.
Do you want to see Kid Cudi jerking off?
Yeah, it really is. But I will say out loud for the record. Actually, maybe I should look up something before I say this out loud. Just very, very, very quickly. I just want to make sure.
A quick fact check before making
it's a real
bold proclamation.
It's
on a
real looking around the room before you say something racist.
It's a real nice.
19. I'm fine.
I see where this was going. I sure would like to fuck that.
No, it wasn't that. Well, yeah, kind of. I was shocked that I got to see Brittany Snow's tits because she's like kind of a like American girl. Like
that's Al's daughter.
Yeah, Al Snow's daughter. Yeah, she's like an America's sweetheart. She's on network television and stuff, or used to be. Definitely never need to see Mia Goth naked ever again because she's got the body of a gargoyle and the face of a gargoyle. She might just be a gargoyle.
I was gonna say what is it? The deer with the head of a rabbit and the body of a rabbit.
Now what are you popping? You already got 2 drinks over there. This is your 3rd drink. Anyways,
that was a secret.
That was just for me. I was more than a little upset that the only one whose tits I wanted to see, I didn't get to see.
You saw every tits, but the ones
you wanted, which I guess is kind of a thing in horror. It's very often that like the good girl, you never really see her naked.
Yeah.
But there was a point where I was like, no way. No way.
Come on, baby.
She plays the guy, the cameraman / director / cinematographer guy, because they're filming porn in the 70s in an old farmhouse that they're renting from a creepy old guy.
Okay.
And they hire him, and he's like obsessed with making it like a French New Wave look. Like he wants an artsy film, but they're just making a fuck picture. And his girlfriend...
I want closely watched trains, but fucking.
His girlfriend is Jenna Ortega, who I think is kind of cute, but I needed to make sure she was old enough.
Very good.
Before I said these things out loud.
Turns out, too old.
Turns out, I'm out. So she plays his girlfriend, who's doing sound, but she's like at the beginning is a little bit more on the conservative side, but then after they show after she has... and Kid Cudi is like the stud.
Sure.
And then Mia Goth and Brittany Snow are like the farmer's daughters that they're making the porno with.
Yeah.
And after seeing the 2 sex scenes, she decides like, yeah, I want to be in the movie.
Okay.
And it's like, her boyfriend's like, no fucking way, you're not being in the movie. She's like, no, I'm gonna be in the movie. So she does a sex scene, but I was like, no way. There's no way I'm gonna get to see this. And then I didn't. But
it's a sad story.
But anyways, I'm glad that Ty West has been able to at least regain the momentum he had from 10 years ago.
From 2009's House of the Devil.
Or Innkeepers.
Yeah.
Where it was like, oh, this guy's the next big thing in horror. Oh, now he makes garbage. But I guess giving him a theatrical release and he didn't fuck it up. Good for him.
Good.
WrestleMania 38.
Hey.
Dallas, Tejas.
2 days.
This isn't WrestleMania Dallas Star. Oh, it is.
Oh, it's actually WrestleMania Dallas Stars 2. Is this the second 2? Have there been 2 pirates now? Also?
Yeah, there's 2 pirates because there was one that was actual pirates in the stadium, and then the other one was in the Thunderdome.
Right.
The second one was supposed to be there, but then was in the Thunderdome.
Yeah. Makes sense.
The most stupendous 2-night event in WrestleMania.
I'm gonna have to find a good stupendous picture for the thumbnail and
stupendous,
and find it pretty quick because this is getting uploaded as soon as we stop talking, so you can listen to it for it's gonna be about 24 hours before it becomes obsolete.
Yeah,
this is a very very ethereal temporal podcast.
This is the 4th WrestleMania in Texas history.
So we'd be talking 2016, 2000.
No, you got to go by numbers.
32, 17, and another Texas, you say. Was there something at the Alamo Dome?
Nope, that's a Royal Rumble.
The 97 Rumble was at the Alamo Dome. Astrodome was 2001 for 17. They've been here in 2016. And what's the other one? Is it in the 2000s or was there a 90s Texas?
It's in the 2000s.
It is in the 2000s.
I'll give you a hint. It's during the 3 brands.
3 brands, you say. It wasn't 06.
And it was at the Astrodome.
It doesn't feel like it was 07. Was it 08?
It was 09. 25.
25.
Sorry, it wasn't.
Oh, yeah.
It was at Reliance Stadium in Houston.
Taker Sean 1 was in Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tejas.
that makes sense. Good.
Number 4.
Way to go, Texas.
Number 4.
Will it be the worst one?
I'm gonna say yes.
No. I mean, the last one, the only other one at this stadium, fucking sucked.
Yeah, that's true.
It was horrible.
That's true.
Reigns Triple H.
Reigns Triple H.
Yeah.
We're for 49 minutes.
The best match on the show was women.
Scott, take it back.
No, I won't.
Take it back.
The best match on the show was a women's 3-way.
Take it back.
I won't. It's true.
I'm gonna kill you. This is the last podcast we're ever recording. You're dead.
Look,
yeah, that match was actually very good.
I don't feel good about it.
Kalisto Ryback.
I'm honestly disgusted by it.
Team Total Divas versus Team Bad and Blonde. The Usos.
What? What did you say?
Team Total Divas, Alicia Fox, the Bellas, Eva Marie, and Natalia. Oh, I lied. Sorry. Brie Bella, Eva Marie, Natalia, and Paige defeat Team Bad and Blonde of Emma, Lana, Naomi, Summer Rae, and Tamina.
You never told me that Emma was.
It went 11 minutes.
A WrestleMania.
Usos and the Dudleys.
Cool.
Zack Ryder winning the ladder match for the IC title over Kevin Owens, Dolph Ziggler, The Miz, Sami Zayn, Sin Cara, and Stardust.
Which is probably the second best match.
The very well booked out and very well done Chris Jericho, AJ Styles.
Certainly not disappointing.
League of Nations versus versus the New Day.
Yep.
Lesnar, Dean Ambrose, very good match. Definitely both guys were invested in that match.
Oh yeah, one guy was all in on that match for sure. That was also not wildly disappointing. The Rock's retirement match against Eric Rowan.
Charlotte, Becky, Sasha. Hell in a Cell, Undertaker, Shane.
A winner.
Corbin winning the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Of course.
Rock, Eric Rowan, and Roman Reigns Triple H. That went 27 minutes.
So it was. What did John Cena do on the show? What did Seth Rollins do on the show? I see. That was a very funny Mania.
What did Rey Mysterio do?
What did Daniel Bryan do on the show?
What did Kane do? Oh, he lost the Battle Royal. Okay. This one. Saturday, April 2nd, frequently known as Tomorrow.
In some circles, known as Tomorrow, yes. We're opening with what I thought would be the main event.
No, you know what the main event is.
I do know what the main event is. But before I say anything, I'm like, well, they're going to do a women's title match on one day to check the boxes you need to check, and then do the real main event on day 2.
Yeah.
And I thought Becky Lynch defending the let's say Raw women's title against Bianca Belair would probably be the main.
The one that they've actually booked properly?
The one that they booked for the most part properly, despite Becky Lynch being a heel when she should be the number 1 face in the company, like she was before she got knocked up.
Yep. Knocked up by the coolest guy in the company.
The coolest guy in the company, you say?
Are you going to open a file so you type up what we say?
A thing I meant to do before we started.
Oh, a notepad man.
It was the first button I saw.
Well, enjoy dealing with notepad's layout, dummy.
Yeah, I'll clean her up later. But I can get it.
Okay, so I want to state this for the record, and I'm sure it goes for Scott as well. I don't even read results anymore.
Brag.
I haven't seen videos. I don't actually know. The only information I know about building up any of these storylines is from Brian and Vinny.
Sure.
So, or like Brian and Sempervive. Like, those are the only things I know about storylines that are happening or how they're doing builds.
As far as actual discussion of it, yeah, same here. I do I do usually read results though, just who beat who.
Right.
That's it. Yeah.
Even though it doesn't fucking matter.
It does not.
Yeah. So the only thing is so this one is they've been sort of throwing it back to Becky coming back and winning the title and beating Bianca.
Becky coming back after
SummerSlam
after being gone for 16 months, something like that.
Really that long?
I mean,
time flies when you're in quarantine and
it really does.
You don't have a proper sleep pattern and you masturbate 9 times a day.
It was right after Mania 20, and she came back at SummerSlam 21.
Man,
I know.
It does not seem like that long.
It really doesn't.
I guess it was.
But it was. And came back having been the absolutely the number one most popular woman on the roster, and probably for a time the number one most popular person.
I was going to say, roster. Like, so one of the debatable as if the most popular wrestler on the roster.
Yeah.
Sorry, sports entertainer.
One of the only baby faces who was legitimately popular.
Who was like an actual baby face.
So of course, bring her back after becoming a mother, turn that bitch heel.
Yeah.
Got to do it.
Well, she's got to be Conor McGregor.
She's got to be Conor McGregor.
What else are you supposed to do?
Because she's Irish.
So
imagine being Irish and not being Conor McGregor.
I can't.
It's stupid.
Those words don't go together. Scott.
What do you mean not
Irish, not Conor McGregor? It's like
makes sense.
It's like Canadians who don't watch hockey.
True. Who would even? I think Bianca wins.
I don't care.
Becky's had the title since she came back, right?
Yeah.
Sorry. Becky's had a title since she came back. She won the SmackDown women's title from Bianca in 10 seconds at SummerSlam, I believe. But then when I believe there was some sort of draft situation.
Sure.
And Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair switched brands and switched titles, and
which gave them
each an extra reign. Yeah. First of all, very important. And during this specific switch on TV, one of them was definitely not a total cunt about and ruined the whole segment, and then was asked to leave.
Yeah.
It was Charlotte. She's a bitch. So I think it only makes sense if Bianca wins.
I heard rumors that there was talk of doing title versus hair.
I think Becky's been saying she was going to take her hair, but the show is tomorrow and it is not announced as such.
How much of Bianca's hair do you think is real?
I think it's legit.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
If it was,
that means she would have been growing her hair out from when she was a child.
Yeah. If it was half the length, I'd say extensions, but it's so bonkers, it has to be real. That's my thought.
All right.
I'm guessing it's not your thought.
I don't know. I don't actually know.
We'll have to go give it a tug one day, like Miracle on 34th Street.
Yeah, like it's her beard. Bianca Belair is 32, and Becky Lynch is 35.
Old.
By WWE standards, that's kind of young.
They're babies by WWE standards.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense for Bianca to win, but also, I don't know that they care.
Oh, that's definitely on the table that they don't. I mean, anything could do anything because it doesn't matter. They can do whatever they want, and they will make an extra $1 billion next year for some reason
from the Middle East.
Yeah.
I mean, Bianca. Yeah, okay, whatever.
Stars.
It's got potential. It really does.
It does.
Like, as far as a women's singles match,
it's one of the best.
It could be the best matchup you could have.
I think it would be very funny if they went 10 seconds again.
Oh, and like the other way?
No.
So Bianca. Oh, so Becky beats her in 10 seconds again. That
would be funny.
That is really funny.
But they could for real do the other way. I don't think they will, but it would be interesting.
Who knows?
It'd be very interesting.
Yeah, I'll give it 3.5.
I'm gonna give it 3 3/4
to change it up.
You're giving it 3.5.
Coward.
Which brings us to the first and only celebrity match on the show.
Number one, and that's it.
Well-liked internet personality Logan Paul and noted mixed martial artist teaming with...
well-liked professional wrestler.
Teaming with well-liked professional wrestler.
And noted TV celebrity.
TV celebrity and former WrestleMania main eventer, The Miz, against the uncle-daughter combination of Rey and Dominic Mysterio.
Uncle-daughter.
What do you think about this?
It's really silly to do, because almost exclusively when they have celebrities, they're the face.
Yeah.
Even Snooki was the face.
She was. People cheered for Snooki. So, and they tried to make... Was it last year? Was Logan on last year?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they tried to... Like, they thought, oh, he's on the internet. The kids love him.
Yeah. He's a likable guy.
He's not the most hated man in the fucking world.
No. It's really weird to see a celebrity as
heel.
the heel. Meaning, he's going to have to do heat.
That's true.
Unless The Miz just refuses to tag in the whole time.
Yeah.
And like, it's also really weird to put him in there with Dominic, who's only been wrestling for a couple years.
Dominic has had
Ray,
4 professional wrestling
and Ray, who's one of the most fragile people in the world.
Look, a guy has 13 knee surgeries and you call him fragile. I don't think that's fair. I think you're being rude.
I'm being judgmental.
I think you're the bad guy.
I'm sorry.
I think you're the Israel of this situation.
I don't see any way that this match isn't booked poorly. Like, I really
agree.
don't.
I agree.
Because there's no way to, unless The Miz does not get out of the ring until the very end. Maybe Logan Paul tags himself in. Miz is mad that he tagged himself in. Then there's like a kerfuffle. Maybe Logan Paul like one punches The Miz, then you get yourself a West Coast pop.
Yeah, so see, that's the thing. They used Logan Paul last year and he got booed out of the building. So this year, to their credit, they wised up and they're booking him as a heel. But they're so stupid and stubborn, they still want him to be a face. So they're going to do a thing between Logan Paul and The Miz, something like what you said. He punches Miz or whatever, and they think that that's going to make Logan Paul the face.
He'll get a face pop.
It's not.
It's not.
It's going to make Miz the face.
Absolutely. Yeah, people will like
hate Logan Paul more than Miz. Mike Mizanin
more than they like Logan Paul.
Absolutely. So
because they're that tone deaf.
Yeah.
They just don't understand what likability is. They just look at it as, oh, celebrity. Like,
did WWE hire Amy Schumer as the host of the Oscars in 2022? Because that's about the same level of tone deaf.
Kind of, yeah. Not a big Regina King fan.
I'm actually a big Regina King fan, and I wish she had hosted the Oscars.
She'd be a better choice.
I always forget that she was the voice of both Huey and Riley on the Boondocks.
Ha!
That's crazy. And I think the Boondocks is coming back.
Yep.
So I'm like, are they going to get like award-winning, like is award-winning Regina King coming back to voice it? I hope she is, but
I hope she is too.
Yeah.
I can't see any way this is good.
Oh no.
Even with like, cause I mean, Dominic's so green, Ray's so immobile, The Miz fucking sucks.
Logan Paul's the best worker in the match. Hot take. That's not.
No, but he might be third.
Over Miz?
Miz
is a very bad wrestler.
Dominic's not even that good either.
He's not.
He's just young and vaguely athletic, but he's lanky. He's not coordinated.
He's a weird shape.
He wrestles like his dad, even though he's 6 taller than his dad. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, he's an interesting guy.
I think the Mysterios win because I think there will be some kind of
I do too.
Try and turn Logan Paul face business.
Yeah, which will horribly backfire.
And I'm going to say like 1 3/4.
1 3/4, you say. What do I say? I mean, I'm not allowed to say most of the things I say. But what would I say about this?
Especially not when you're on the Oscars stream.
Especially not in the Oscar stream, when I can't even say that Will Smith, after 53 years, finally became black.
Yeah, good thing I tweeted that and not the one that I sent to you and Cody in a private message.
that one doesn't even go on this podcast. Nope. 1 3/4 is the over-under set by Drew. Where do I go? Do I go over? Do I go under? Do I take the line? I'm going under. I'm going to hate this. 1 even. How do you like that? Which, of course, brings us to Drew McIntyre versus one of the future 4 pillars of WWE, accompanied by, get this, a second future fourth pillar of the WWE. Drew McIntyre versus Happy Corbin with Madcap Moss. A feud that ended 3 months ago when Drew McIntyre beat them both and has continued to beat them both at every single turn. The only heat they've ever gotten on him was beating him up after a match to give him a fake injury, even though he sort of had a real injury, but then he got better from the real injury really quick and came back in like 3 weeks for the Royal Rumble.
Remember when he was world champion?
Remember when he beat Brock Lesnar clean in the main event of WrestleMania?
Well, not the main event.
You know what? I spoke too soon, and I spoke incorrectly. The semi-main event behind, of course, Drew McIntyre versus The Big Show in his first defense of his newly won title. Yeah. Yes. The real main event.
Can I ask why?
I don't. Why they couldn't have actually done that match on Raw instead of also doing it on WrestleMania? Like taping it on WrestleMania?
Who are you to ask questions?
I wish I could.
Are you the booker?
I wish I was the booker.
Are you Freddie Prinze Jr.?
I'm Freddie Prinze Jr.
Nice.
This match is weird. One, it sucks for Drew McIntyre.
It sucks for Drew McIntyre.
Sorry about your damn luck.
Especially because I think Baron Corbin's winning.
I think he has to win.
I think he has to win. Absolutely.
Because Drew McIntyre has kicked both of their asses at every fucking turn, including almost paralyzing Madcap Moss.
I don't know how much of that is Drew's fault.
It's not.
That seems like an exclusive fault of Madcap Moss.
Drew was there when Moss almost got paralyzed.
That's true.
He was present. He was in fact in contact with him.
Guilty by association.
Guilty by association. He's at least an accessory to paralysis. Yeah, I think Corbin wins. This feud has been going on and doing nothing for months. Just they have a match every A pay-per-view, every B pay-per-view, a number of TVs.
Every SmackDown.
Drew wins every single match.
Yep.
So what's the... Yeah. We're getting Corbin to win at Mania, baby.
I think so, too.
We're doing it.
He already has a win at WrestleMania.
The Andre Battle Royal?
No.
Did he beat Kurt Angle's retirement match? Oh, my God. What do they see in this fucker?
Because he's a trained by WWE guy. They cannot give up on him.
Sucks. He's been around forever.
He is their one and only life force.
And the worst thing, he has 2 of the coolest moves.
Yeah.
And he's
the end of days fucking rules.
Yeah.
And the run past the corner, slide outside, slide back, and the other side lariat.
I wasn't even thinking about that.
Oh, I like that one a lot.
The spinny, deep six.
Deep six.
Yeah. Full of cool moves and still just totally sucks.
Totally sucks.
Sucks so hard.
Sucks so hard. And just has like a dumb fucking gimmick. I like that he and Madcap Moss are kind of just doing... I
hate that we keep having to say Madcap Moss.
Yeah. They're kind of just doing the same thing as Shame and Ridge Holland and Butch. They're just like old-timey beefy brawler dudes.
Yeah, just every gimmick is from the 1920s.
Yeah, now. Like Vince is reverting.
Vince is somehow getting older.
Yeah.
We're all getting older. I suppose. Well, not me. I'm ageless. But
because you're baby.
Because I'm baby. Are you okay? You're grimacing.
Yeah, just keep going.
Do you want to go to the hospital?
No, just keep going.
Okay. Vince's references are getting older, and they're not even staying in the same place and time is passing. They're actually going backward in time.
Yeah.
Like his references...
Madcap. Butch. Dewdrop.
Yeah, like his references used to be the 70s, and now his references are the 20s and 30s. It's worrying.
He saw Peaky Blinders, and now everything's Peaky Blinders.
Everything is Peaky Blinders. I love Cillian Murphy.
Vince has any time in his day to watch any television.
Yeah, even though he's awake 22 and a half hours a day.
But that's because he's working all
He's
those.
working. Look, I'll say a lot of things. Vince McMahon is a hard worker.
Yes.
I'll give him that.
Mental illness will make you do a lot of crazy things.
It will.
Having your mom's boyfriends molest you as a child that gives you severe mental illness.
It'll mess you up.
Will mess you up.
Yeah. Yeah. Give a trauma victim $1 billion and see what happens.
Yeah.
Just roll the fucking dice. Because here's what you get. This is what you get. Madcap Moss is what you get. We have the answer. We've done the science. The answer is Madcap Moss. Stars. Okay. Corbin wins in I'm going to say 24 minutes and 38 seconds, and it is 1.5 stars. McIntyre, I like you. I'm sorry.
I'm going under. I'm going to go 1 star.
You're going under.
1 star.
You're going worse than Logan Paul.
Yeah.
I like your style.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
Mysterio and Dominic are more capable than Baron Corbin.
You're right.
Yeah. That's why.
I'd say Corbin's more capable than Logan Paul, though.
And The Miz.
And probably The Miz. The Miz is really... Yeah. Miz goes under the radar for how bad he actually is.
Yes.
He's not good at anything in the ring. He's terrible.
He's so uncoordinated for a guy that's been doing it for...
15 years?
15, like
more than
16 years? 17 years? Jesus Christ.
It's bonkers. He might be a reverse Undertaker. He might be the worst pure striker in the WWE.
Absolutely.
He has the worst strikes. They're embarrassing.
Absolutely.
Remember when he decided to do a feud with a guy who couldn't wrestle anymore?
Yep.
And started doing Daniel Bryan's kicks?
Yeah.
And they were really bad and weak. And
they were like little pillowy kicks.
And everyone's like, oh, he's mocking Daniel Bryan by intentionally doing them bad.
Like,
and then he turned face. And he did them just as bad and wasn't mocking anyone anymore. Turns out, just fucking sucks. Just turns out he sucks.
I couldn't imagine that anyone has ever taught him how to throw kicks.
No.
Ever.
Who's the kicking coach at the Performance Center?
Fucking Mirko Krokop.
Okay. I'll allow it.
A man who almost ruined a company and... no, he didn't, but Seth Petrozelli did.
Petrozelli definitely did. I'm tired of talking about Corbin.
Okay.
Usos defending the SmackDown tag team titles, which I think is news to me, against Nakamura Shinsuke. And what's this? A third future pillar of the WWE? Rick Boogs, the erstwhile, I think I'm using that word correctly, Eric Bugenhagen. Personal friend of mine. Is that correct?
He got you on the all garlic cleanse.
He got me on the all garlic cleanse when we were on the set of Netflix's The Main Event. I spent the entirety of my time on Netflix's The Main Event wondering what local wrestler that jacked guy with the long hair is. I'm like, because I know all these other guys, like Kenny Lush is here, Eric Strange is here. I know these guys. Who's that guy? That guy has a good look. I feel like I would have heard of him.
Yeah.
Turns out he worked for WWE, and it was Eric Bugenhagen, who is a crazy person. Look up Bugenhagen garlic, and if you still like him,
an insane conspiracy theorist, like nut.
Like conspiracy theorist, and just like one of those like over positive weirdos, and like kind of new agey, but
he's
like,
the drink your pee lady.
He's the drink your pee lady. He's like a new age and also a bro, which is an icky combination. He's like, if you eat raw garlic every day, you don't get sick.
Yeah.
I don't like him.
Well, you've been eating it every day because of him. Are you sick?
I love garlic, and I've never gotten sick.
There you go.
Wait a minute.
It works. Math checks out.
Is Rick Boogs a genius?
He is.
I like that they cut his hair and put him in. He looks like he's from the 20s now, too.
Kind of, yeah.
They cut his hair and put him in like a weird cut red singlet.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the 20s in
20s.
WWE, especially the match after this. But so yeah, I say we give Nakamura and Boogs the titles. What do you say?
I think. Ooh,
I say it anyway. You can say whatever you want. It's your fucking life.
I need to confirm with my
spiritualist,
my spiritual guide.
Mm-hmm.
How long the Usos?
Oh, that's a good question.
They have held the tag titles for 254 plus days.
That's a while. Damn, they won it at Money in the Bank in July.
Yeah, they
Huh.
That's the thing is, I think the title stays on Roman. Spoiler alert. And I don't think they take them off of them because of how the storyline is.
Oh, I see your game.
So I think that they will win. I do think Nakamura takes the fall.
Oh, are you even like as if there's if the Usos win, they're both pinning Nakamura.
Yeah.
No question. Boogs may never, as long as Boogs is a team with Nakamura, he will never take a fall for the rest of his career.
Because he is one of the pillars.
He's a pillar. What's Nakamura?
Pillars don't lose.
An old surfing Japanese.
Yeah.
Who needs that?
Yeah.
One of the best wrestlers of all time.
No.
Who needs that?
Fuck it. Surfing.
Surfing bird.
Surfing and jobbing.
Surfing and jobbing. So you're going to
Usos.
So that's our first divergence.
Yeah.
We
will it be some insurgents?
There will be some insurgents, and luckily we are also both neurodivergent, so it works out. I'm going Nak and Boogs in. Will it be good?
Remember,
There's one great wrestler who hasn't had a good match in 6 years. And there's two very competent tag team wrestlers, and there's Rick Boogs. This is a real wild card of a match.
This is a real wild card of a match. How many matches has Rick Boogs had?
I don't know, at least 7 or 8.
Oh, and he's been employed for 3 years, 4 years?
Probably 4.
That's insane to me.
Yeah. Let's go
Boogs.
I'm going 3 stars. What do you think about that? Best match on the show. No, second best match on the show so far. The women are. What if the women have the best match again?
I mean, it's possible.
Oh my God.
TV and pay-per-view matches of Rick Boogs.
Yep.
We've got 1, 2. He was in the Rumble. Doesn't count.
No.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
He's a veteran.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14 matches in WWE on television or pay-per-view, and that is it.
Getting the title shot on
between August 2021 and now.
Yeah. What's the problem?
I don't know.
Stars.
Let's see.
100? Are you giving this match 100 stars?
You're right. Nakamura's competent, but he's also lazy and doesn't care anymore.
Nakamura, he has 2 things. 1, he is an all-time great wrestler.
Yeah.
2, he has had, count them, 1 good match in WWE, and it was his first match, and that was 6
and that was
years
under
ago.
the umbrella. That wasn't even on main roster.
No,
WWE.
he was on Next.
I'm gonna go 3.
Well, it sounds like copying, but I'll allow it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 3.
Now, speaking of the 1920s and Peaky Blinders, this is a match that was brought to my attention today. I'm guessing it was a fairly recent,
It was yesterday or the day before.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely saw it at one point.
So we're announcing matches for WrestleMania, the biggest show of the year, 1 to 2 days before the show.
How else are you supposed to do it?
You know what?
Are you supposed to build to it so people they can anticipate and get excitement towards the matches they're going to see? Or do you wait until the day before and then say, oh, by the way,
we forgot to do the right number of matches. So here's some other things.
Yeah.
Sheamus and Ridge Holland, accompanied by Butch.
Who's Butch, you might say? No, don't worry about it.
I do, the further away it gets from me, the more I forget. I've wrestled Butch. That's crazy.
When he was just a fat, pimply little
No.
Oh, yeah, he was still skinny.
Skinny. Right. He was
a skinny, pimple-faced wiener.
He was 120 pounds at best when I wrestled him in 2013.
Yeah.
And then the next time I saw him was whatever the first Chikara King of Trios he was on, and he had literally doubled in weight.
Yep.
He was in a bulking phase. And then, to his credit, he cut and became...
correctly.
He actually bulked correctly, which is insane, because he just looked so... Like, I couldn't fathom how fat he was on King of Trios. It didn't make sense. I'm like, I wrestled this man in the recent past, and he was a waif.
A waif.
And now this... There were 2 Pete Dunne. I'm seeing double, 4 Pete Dunnes.
4 Pete Dunnes.
Yeah, and then he cut and became the, I don't know, fitness monster he is today. Well, no, for a while he was thick and muscly. Thick. Now he's like lean and muscly.
Well, it's like all those NXT guys are all like keto diets and CrossFit guys. So that's why like, Ciampa and Gargano and Cole and all those guys got like to the point where there's like almost no muscle. They just look cut.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's Butch.
That's Butch,
who's on WrestleMania.
But in theory, I would imagine this was supposed to be a 6-man.
You'd think.
Because Woods came back like right away.
I think earlier than expected.
And they're not going to rush him back just because Big E's injured. So I think it was supposed to be a 6-man.
Probably, yeah. Which is fairly weak treatment of Big E, seeing as he was world champion at the beginning of this year.
Look what they've done to Kofi since he was the world champion at WrestleMania.
I think they should give Xavier a title shot and see how that plays out.
I don't think that's ever going to happen. Speaking of big black dicks, why don't they just...
Tag team of the year, Xavier Woods and Brad Maddox.
Why don't they just bring back Kurt Angle, put him in Big E's gear, and he can be the 3rd member of the New Day like he was the 3rd member of the Shield.
That's true. He is an excellent 3rd member fill-in.
He's a great fill-in.
Yeah. And they were going to have an NWO appearance at Mania. Mm-hmm. So why not still do it Hogan Nash Angle?
I like it.
I mean, what's the problem?
I like it.
If Angle was to do the New Day fill-in, how, in addition to Big E's singlet, how far does he go?
Like, does he call himself Big K?
Sure. And anything else aesthetically? Does he perhaps don a new coat of paint? Where do we stand here?
I don't know that Kurt Angle is a noted racist.
I don't know he's not.
But I don't know he's not.
He did say he wanted to have bestiality sex with 2022 WWE Hall of Fame inductee.
Hate it.
Sharmell.
Hate it.
So I think he might be a noted racist.
Paisley? No. What was her name in...
Was she Paisley? She was Paisley, I think.
Because she was with Kiwi.
She was one of them.
Yikes.
I didn't like how big your eyes got when I said that.
One of them. One of you people.
I don't know. It's so hard.
I'm just saying words.
I'm just saying it is so hard to be an old white man. We are the most oppressed group on the planet.
I'm going to look it up.
If she was Paisley? Yeah. Or if I'm an old white man?
Both.
I think the answer might surprise you.
Queen Sharmell. Sharmell Sullivan Huffman.
Yep.
She was Paisley.
Yep.
And Storm.
That was her Nitro Girl name?
No, Paisley was also her Nitro Girl name.
Oh. So when the fuck was she Storm?
I don't fucking...
In the X-Men?
Fucking leave me alone.
Did she do the weather?
Leave me alone. Oh, I lied. No, her Nitro Girl name was Storm. Oh. And then after, when she left to join the Artist...
Maybe...
was when she became Paisley.
A written apology?
No, fuck you. Kill yourself.
Well... That's sort of Drew's version of a written apology. Fuck you, kill yourself.
Wait a minute.
What?
The Nitro Girls had a pop group called Diversity 5.
It
was Fire.
That is an ahead of its name. Yeah. Ahead of its time.
Because it was Sharmell, black, Fire, ginger, Spice, white, Che, Asian.
A little Korean, as it were.
And Tigress, also black.
Yeah. Too many.
And then she was replaced by Chiquita.
Ooh, banana.
Fire.
I'm gonna eat a little Korean.
Nice.
It's so hard to stay mad. It's so hard to stay mad at Kevin Nash when you remember all the funny things he said.
They released a 1 CD single in 2001.
Was it also released on Cuss-Single?
Cuss-Single. They appeared on the Fox reality show 30 Seconds to Fame.
Sick.
The single is called I Promise, and then in brackets, Shake Me Up.
I promise, shake me up.
Yeah. I'm going to look it up.
I promise that you will shake me up?
Yeah, maybe.
So it's you do your research. I'm going to ponder this for a while.
Oh, shit. There it is. There it is.
The New Day of Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. Now, and which is the New Day? Because when they completely gave up on Big E's singles run, moved him back to SmackDown. Is this gonna get us copyrighted?
No. Who the fuck released?
Who the fuck? Who even?
That is
sounds
bad.
Like a late 90s girl
group.
Band. Yeah. I'll give them that. It was on brand. So when Big E and Kofi had a few tag team encounters before someone decided to paralyze him, not naming any names, they were not referred to as the New Day. They were referred to as Big E and Kofi. The end.
2 guys together. They're not a team.
Just 2 guys. Just 2 guys. They might not even know each other.
2 guys sitting in a hot tub 10 feet apart because it's not gay.
Exactly. But Xavier and Kofi, now that's a New Day. So I'm glad we're back to the classic.
Did you just give me a look because I'm under the blanket?
I was just saying what
it's a little chilly.
Situation was. No, you're good. You keep it up. It's a nice blanket, isn't it?
It's a shame I'm not wearing pants underneath.
I assumed you weren't. Sheamus and Ridge Holland against the New Day.
Shame.
Young Sheamus O'Shaughnessy.
This could
How old is Sheamus? 47 years old? 52?
75? He's been wrestling since before both of us were born.
Was he not paralyzed?
Yeah. He was never supposed to wrestle
2 years ago. He was paralyzed on the set of Netflix's The Main Event with me.
Yeah, Stephen Fairley.
He was never
44 years old.
We filmed that. It's basically my movie. We filmed that in summer 2019.
Yeah.
And he was never going to wrestle again. He had spinal stenosis.
I don't know what to say, man.
He couldn't walk, and now he's going to beat up. He's going to find a blockbuster to beat up on WrestleMania. And I don't get it. I guess wrestlers heal faster than regular people.
According to his Wikipedia, he has had spinal stenosis since November 2017.
Oh, even long. So
even longer.
Another year and a half before he was even off in 2019. And
yeah.
So what's the follow-up? He got better?
Yeah.
Okay.
He didn't get surgery on it.
No, that's the thing. Because that's what Edge had, and it ended his career.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Who wins, blacks or whites? Where do you stand?
Wow.
What? I'm getting down to brass tacks here, baby.
I don't know. Whites.
How much are we pushing? How far are we going with Peaky Blinders?
Well, I think
are we going all the way with them?
The problem with it is that if Big E's not going to be out for 100 years, like we all thought he was going to be.
I mean, he's still going to be out a while. He, at the end of the day, does still have fractures in his vertebrae.
Yeah.
He was, I don't know, a quarter inch from stroke paralysis death.
Yep.
Which is crazy.
But I think they'll want
I don't know if Ridge Holland would be on Mania if that had happened.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell. I mean, do you do an Austin Taker title change or?
You know what? I think someone gets paralyzed and or dies. I think you go ahead with the Austin Taker title change.
Yeah.
It'll be memorable. And I'm going to have to make an emergency apology. I believe I misspoke. I don't think Corbin is a pillar.
He's not.
I think Holland is a pillar.
Holland is a pillar.
Holland, Moss, Boogs, Von Wagner.
Von Wagner.
The big four.
The big four.
Okay.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, we fixed it. We're good.
I think they'll eventually want to pay off, like, whenever Big E comes back.
In 2 years.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think the Whites just win.
I think the Whites just win.
I think Woods is an easy beat.
Woods is definitely the easiest guy to pin.
But also, they don't give a shit about Kofi anymore, so Kofi could also lose. And there's 3 of them and 2 of them.
Maybe they'll pin them both, but I wonder... Just because it's Mania, sometimes they do face wins.
Yeah.
And I don't know, they could do like a this one's for Big E thing. So I'm to be different.
True. Maybe Big E will still do the intro, and that'll get them like fired up.
Could do something, yeah. But I'm going blacks, you're going whites. It's locked in. And I think that also gives a broader idea of both of our politics. So send all complaints to this is Drew's fault at angelfire.net.
Not to be confused with suck my wolf dick at angelfire.
Exactly.
That is Kelly Summers' private email.
Private personal email. How many stars for this? I mean, not a lot of stars. I don't particularly care for Sheamus or Ridge Holland.
Rich Holland is fine. He's just super green.
He's fine. I'm going to say he's had less matches than Boogs.
I don't know about that, because he wrestled on NXT UK for a while.
Ooh. Okay, yeah. If you include his Luke Menzies work, he's maybe had more. But I bet as Ridge Holland, he's had less. Because every second match... He either gets hurt,
yeah, that's true,
or hurts someone else.
How the fuck am I still stat boy when you're sitting at a computer?
I have really.
How did you power bottom me into this?
I really did. A classic power bottom tactic.
Maybe it's just because I want to know the information.
Gotta know. Suckers gots to know.
Everybody wants to know.
I'm giving it 2 1/4 of a star.
I'm not gonna rate it.
You have to.
Nope.
Because you don't approve of mixed race matches.
Nope. I want 1 black, 1 white per team. I want Sheamus and Kofi.
Oh, interesting.
Xavier and Ridge. Okay. NXT 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 18. I'm gonna say he's had 35 matches.
That's including Luke Menzies?
Including NXT where he was Luke Menzies.
Start at Ridge Holland.
Then it would be -3.
He had 3 matches as Luke Menzies, and that's it?
NXT. Then he went to NXT UK and was Ridge Holland.
Oh, give me post UK.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 23.
Oh, he's a veritable veteran.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Suck it, Boogs.
So he knows. Yeah, go to hell, Boogs.
And he didn't lose a match.
He's a superstar.
Oh, no. He did. He lost on NXT TV to Tommaso Ciampa.
And in those 20-odd matches, he's been hurt twice. Actually, no, one of them wasn't even a match where he got hurt, where he blew out his knee. That was just like a run-in, right?
That was the debut of...
the last time he was friends with Butch.
Yeah. No, it was Busick.
Busick, Lorcan, him, and Butch.
Busick is Lorcan.
Busick... Martin Stone, Danny Burch.
It was Lorcan, Danny Burch, Pat McAfee, and Ridge Holland. Holland got hurt doing that, and they replaced him with Butch.
Okay. And then they decided Pat McAfee can never wrestle again except at WrestleMania.
And then they're going to fire the other 2 and then make Pete Dunne be Butch.
Checks out. How many stars?
2 3/4.
2 3/4. Well, I guess you gave it the extra half because you think the whites are winning.
Yeah.
Semi main event. Seth freaking Rollins. That is how it is written and how it will be said.
And that's how they've been calling him on TV.
They will not say his name without freaking.
Nope.
I hate it so much.
And he's a babyface.
No, he's not.
Oh, and he's a heel.
I don't know. Seth freaking Rollins versus TBA. Mr. McMahon will announce Rollins' opponent on the night of the event.
TBA or TBD? Because those are big differences.
To be announced or to be determined?
This is to be announced.
I think it's to be announced. Yeah. I think it has been determined, but it's a secret. Except it's not, and it's Cody Rhodes.
Or Shane McMahon.
Or Shane McMahon, which would be very
Or
funny.
Samoa Joe.
I don't think it's Samoa Joe. Although,
or The Undertaker.
All good options.
Or John Cena. It could be anyone, Scott. You don't know. It's Cody Rhodes.
It's Cody Rhodes.
Mr. 3 stars himself, Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, the 3-star machine, except his first and last AEW matches, both of which were 5 stars.
Yeah, or that tag match where him and Dustin won the tag titles.
I don't think they won the tag titles. I don't think there were tag titles yet.
No, in WWE.
Pardon me. Yes, that was good.
Yeah, this match is going to be whatever.
And you got Freakin' or TBA?
It's going to be interesting to see what TBA does in back in a WWE ring.
Will he get cheered?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Because he sure didn't in the other promotion.
No.
So,
like, he's not a likable person.
I hate him.
The last time he was there, he was a jobber.
Yeah.
So it's not like McIntyre, where like McIntyre went away and became like an indie darling who everyone loved and got really good, and then comes back and everybody really excited to see him.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure he'll get an initial pop.
He'll absolutely get an initial pop.
Because it's a surprise on WrestleMania.
Yeah. But after that, I don't know.
No, I can't envision him getting any face heat.
Man, these are two, wrestling aside, these are two people I hate on a personal level.
Yeah. These are two people who are the most obnoxious, annoying people in wrestling.
I hate Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes as people.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins is a good wrestler. Cody Rhodes is a wildly overrated wrestler. But as people, pieces of shit.
Human garbage.
So this will be fun. I think you might have...
What if it's Bray Wyatt?
That'd be interesting. Yeah.
I think it's going to be whatever. Cody sucks.
Cody sucks.
And Cody does not have good matches ever. Yeah, I think it's going to be a weird crowd. I don't know how Cody's going to wrestle being back on a WWE television show after the last time he was there. He was a joke character who hated everything and didn't want to be there.
Yeah, I think they need to like lean hard into the craziness, and he literally comes back as Stardust.
I really don't think he would do that.
Not in a million years.
No.
But it'd be very funny.
I will be fine with it if the entire character... No, because he's going to come back as a babyface.
That's the thing. It would make more sense if he was a heel. Because there's a heel gimmick in there that works.
Lean into the delusional idea that you're a star.
Absolutely.
That everybody is so excited that you're there, you're going to be the savior of the company.
Yeah, but he promises never turning heel again.
Yeah. So. Turning heel. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be good.
No,
I think this is the match that I'm going to actively hate the most.
Entirely possible.
I hope he does, because the one thing Cody's good at, and I will give him this,
is marketing himself,
is doing big spots that are dangerous, and he gets hurt. Those are like the big things that he's really good at.
That's his move.
And so I hope there's a big spot in there that he ends up getting hurt in his first match back in the company.
That would be cool. It would be cool if he got really hurt.
Because how long ago did he leave the company?
2016. Because he was on Bowl at 2016, and that was fairly early into the run.
Yeah, that's true.
So probably that.
So he hasn't been there in 6 years, give or take.
Yeah.
Independent 2016. So yeah, and like I'm sure that there's also a fan base of people who I guess like don't really remember him from WWE or don't like are fanboys from his work in AEW and will maybe be into it.
Yeah.
These are all hypotheticals and theoretical statements that there's no proof or scientific fact behind. I think he gets booed. I think Seth gets booed, and I think it's a bad match.
I think Seth might even get cheered.
Maybe. Yeah.
It's
as a worker,
it's a real Logan Paul Miz situation.
As a worker, Rollins is
way better.
Is decent or like good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Cody Rhodes' last match in WWE was the
Cosmic Wasteland?
May 20th, 2016 episode of Superstars.
Oh.
Jobbing to Zack Ryder.
Sick.
As Stardust. Yeah.
Cosmic Wasteland, baby.
When's the last time he was... Damn, they did not...
use him a lot?
Do a lot with him at the end. A lot of main event, a lot of...
house shows?
Battle Royal on Raw. A couple of jobbing to Apollo Crews on Raw and SmackDown.
Couldn't remember... Nigerian Nightmare? Whatever his fucking name is.
I'm not sure that's his name, but I like it.
What's he up to these days? Is he still around?
Well, he's friends with
Commander Azim.
Commander Aziz Ansari. And Commander Aziz Ansari is now Omos's job boy. So by proxy, Apollo Crews is dead. So don't get too attached. Because they're going nowhere.
Wait, did they do Omos versus Azim?
They did Omos in a handicap match versus Azim and Apollo Crews, and he squashed them in 1 minute.
Sick.
So that feud is done.
Sick.
Or it's not, and it's a Corbin McIntyre situation.
It's a ruse.
And he just keeps killing them for months.
I think we should watch that match. I want to see how bad it is.
We can check it out. We have the technology. I'm going TBA 2 3/4 stars.
I think TBA has to win because I bet you it was part of his contract.
Has to be.
And I'm going to go, Scott.
9 stars?
1 star.
1 star! My man.
I'm going to hate it.
Oh, you're going to hate it.
And it's going to be bad because Cody sucks.
Cody sucks.
Cody's awful.
We have not hit a 4
And I'm not even talking about Cody Rhodes. I'm talking about Cody Redfern. He sucks. Suck it, Cody.
Got his ass. Semi-main event. Charlotte Flair defending the SmackDown Women's Championship against Royal Rumble winner Ronda Rousey.
Ron Rousey.
I think I downloaded and fast forwarded through the Royal Rumble, not live, but without knowing spoilers, because I saw her at the Rumble.
Right.
1, she looked terrible.
Yeah.
And 2,
and the gear was awful.
She was wearing a weird ninja suit.
Yeah, the gear was awful.
Because apparently she was self-conscious
about her post-pregnancy body.
Post-pregnancy. And like, she didn't look fat. She just looked weird in the ninja suit.
Yeah.
She just wore normal gear. I think she looked fine. But
don't forget, she's also the woman who wanted to kill herself after losing her first professional fight.
Yeah, she's also a crazy person. So that's on the table.
Yeah, she's definitely got a lot going on.
But like, she looked really bad.
She did
in the Rumble.
Yeah.
Like, all of her shit looked bad. So
they've also
spoiler for the star ratings, not going to be that high.
They've also done a terrible job of booking this.
Yes.
Of like, yeah, sure, they get to fight. They brawl and fight with each other all the time. Okay, cool.
Well, because at first Rousey was sort of acting like a heel.
Yep.
And then they were like,
oh yeah, everyone hates Charlotte.
Stop acting like a heel. And then I think that aspect at least improved a bit. They have like clearly delineated face and heel lines now, but
well, remember the last thing she did after she left WWE was like that
wrestling sucks, wrestling's gay,
fans are stupid, it's so fake and terrible,
you're gay.
Like
yeah, that was funny. But again, she's a crazy person, so you have to take that with a grain of salt. But the fans haven't turned on her yet. I think they're still cheering her. I think largely because of how much they hate Charlotte, which is totally fair.
I'm seeing a real trend here of people high up in the company that everyone hates.
Everyone hates. It is nice. It's a nice situation. I think Ronda wins. I
don't know that it matters.
I've got it's only 3, but I do have every title changing on the first day. But I don't know. I'll go with it. I'm going Rousey. I'll have to think about stars. Spoiler: it's not going to be high. Where do you stand?
I think.
Where do you stand on the issues?
Charlotte wins.
Okay.
Because I think there'll be some kind of Becky business.
Ooh, interesting.
To set up a Becky and Ronda thing down the line.
That is one of the 2 planned main events for WrestleMania 39.
Along with Roman Reigns.
We got the main event.
Kurt Angle.
Got the... He is a good fill-in. As it stands, for 1 year from now, they have both days' main events planned. One is Becky versus Ronda, and the other is Roman versus... They think The Rock, but they're fucking stupid. The Rock is busy. Over 50.
The only thing really is that it is his cousin, and I think The Rock would do it for Roman.
I think
I don't think he would do it for the company.
Yeah.
But he would do it for his family, which makes me think he will make sure he's available.
I mean, that's a chunk of time to be available for like one of the busiest men in Hollywood.
Yeah, but I think for him, he's got enough power that if he signs on for a project, he can make it work. Like he can say, yeah, I'm going to do another Calvin and Hobbes movie, but like,
I wish The Rock did a Calvin and Hobbes movie.
But there needs to be a gap in this right here.
Yeah.
Of me doing it, and like obviously the studios are going to do it because he can pretty much makes money,
call his own shots,
produces money nonstop.
Yeah,
I think if it was anything else, if it was like we want you to put over Seth Rollins, we want you to put over Baron Corbin, we want you to put over whoever, I don't think he would do it. But because it's his own family, and because like Roman is kind of one of the only good things they have going. Yeah, I think he will make the time and effort to get it done.
Yeah, it can happen. I don't think it's as much of a guarantee as they think it is.
No, yeah.
They think it's a done deal. It's happening. Yeah. Like a lot of shit can happen.
Yeah, a lot of things can happen. Like they got to do reshoots for Jumanji 3.
Yeah, and I hope he doesn't sign on to do Hercules 2 right after this and tear all of his abdominal muscles off the bone.
Have to have open stomach surgery.
Yeah.
Thanks, John.
And that will have been... He'll have been 11 years younger when he did that.
Yeah.
This is another 11 years. He's in his 50s.
Yep.
It's going to be interesting.
It'll be interesting.
Star ratings for these lovely dames.
I think it'll be fine. They are capable of doing something.
Here,
I bet you it goes too long and exposes Ronda.
That is a very good call, especially because it's the almost main event of this show. As we've established, Charlotte is secretly not very good.
Yeah.
But always seems to be really good at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
She's done a bunch, like all of her best matches are at Mania.
Yeah.
The aforementioned only good match on 32. The singles with Asuka where the wrong person won and she ruined Asuka's career.
Yep.
And the her and Rhea at at 2020 with no people was actually very good. She's had all kinds of good Mania matches despite often sucking the rest of the year.
Often sucking or not trying very hard or not
trying
caring.
hard, just botching. Yeah, she's overrated.
Remember when she like early on was botching her own finisher?
Very funny.
Very, very funny.
Yeah.
All you have to do, Charlotte, is do a front flip.
No.
Okay, I'm going to go face first into the mat.
What if I just hurt myself?
Yeah. What if I just drive my nose directly into the mat? Yeah, but
sorry, you meant do a whole.
Oh, you meant
whole front roll
over,
not half, and hurt myself.
I just heard flip. Bam.
I heard flip and took it from there. What are your star rating? That sounds like it's going to be higher than mine.
No, I still don't think it's going to be
4 3/4. Are you saying 4 3/4? I'm putting it down
5 1/2 star. No, okay.
I'm putting down 1. I'm putting down 2. I'm gonna tell me when to stop. 3, 4,
and
5,
1/4.
3 3/4.
3 1/4.
3 1/4. 2.5.
Okay.
2.5, and I feel like I'm still being a little generous to Ronda because she was bad at the Rumble.
She's had some time though to like.
She has, but at the end of the day, Andrew, she's a white woman, and they're bad at wrestling.
She is a white woman. Can I ask you?
I insist.
How you feel about that? It's bad, right?
It's bad.
It's bad.
Yeah.
I always think, I'll look, and then I look and I go,
and it's never good.
It's never good. This one is
Charlotte Flair nudes, ladies and gentlemen.
This one is worse.
Oh, what's happening to her body?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe her body's not supposed to look like that.
It's not. She's done something terrible to her body.
Also,
that it's rejecting.
Also, her breast implants, like one is fuller and higher, and the other one's like saggy.
It's like she had them done separately.
Yeah, one at a time.
Yeah, it's
one
like
at a time, 6 months apart.
She was strapped for cash and can only afford one at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look.
Hate it. No. You need to stop showing me that right now. That's not okay. The real main event of day one of WrestleMania, the Kevin Owens show with special guest Cold Stone Steve Austin.
Yeah.
Which is going on
Stone Creamery.
Which is going on last. So something's gonna happen. I don't know if that means what. Oh, no. That is a picture I couldn't possibly have been prepared for.
I love it.
Tell the nice people what you showed me.
It's just between you and me and laughing out loud on the podcast.
No, I don't know if I can even continue the show. I'm very upset. Jesus Christ. Do we predict winners and star ratings for a talk show?
No, but we can ask. Will it set something else up? What will that said thing be?
I don't know if it sets something up or if the show turns into like an actual sanctioned match and they do like a 4 or 5 minute match or something.
No, what I think it will be is it's going to lead to a match on day 2, and that's how they're going to sell tickets for day 2.
Okay.
They're going to do something where they'll have like a brawl or something. It'll get out of hand, and then I guess it makes more sense for Owens to challenge him to a match, than for Austin to challenge him to a match.
Austin beats him up. Owens says, "Oh yeah, how about a real fucking
like you
match?
you can beat me up by brawling, but you can't wrestle me."
Yeah,
or I guess I can't say wrestle, but like
no,
you can't have a sanctioned grapple with me
for a championship opportunity.
At a premium live event.
Those are all real things.
So yeah, I think that's what it'll be. I think it'll be that it'll result in a showdown. He'll lay him out. He'll do the celebration, and then Owens will whine and cry, and then say, "Yeah, you can beat me here, but you can't beat me tomorrow in an actual match."
Yeah.
And then they'll set up for that. And then on day 2, it will be like a 3 or 4 minute match where Austin beats him.
Still longer than that Cena versus Undertaker match a few years ago.
Yeah.
Was that the year where Cena didn't have a path to WrestleMania?
Yeah, so he had to buy a ticket.
He's like, I'm not booked.
I like being the biggest star the company's had in 20 years.
I hate it so much.
And you have to buy a ticket.
It's so stupid.
The whole front row ticket to WrestleMania.
The whole thing about like big stars not having a path to WrestleMania is so fucking stupid. And they do it almost every year. I hate it.
Every year.
So at some point you do think there will be an Austin Owens match.
I think it's day 2.
Who wins?
I think that's their way of getting people to buy tickets to day 2.
Buy those last 30,000 tickets?
Yeah. You guarantee them. Like, I mean, it's stupid that you didn't just initially do an Austin match on day 1 and sell out the fucking stadium.
You know.
But that's a good way to get people to buy some tickets for day 1. Yeah. And then that way, day 2, you can go, we are guaranteeing he is actually having a professional wrestling match on day 2, so you should come.
But then in his pre-match stretching on the Sunday, he hurts himself and they can't do the match.
He bends down to pick up a cracker, throws at his back, has to miss the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Yeah.
That is a Brent Sopel reference that no one will get.
Very nice, though.
Yeah, no, I think Austin wins.
Yep.
And I don't know what his capabilities are. Like, he looks kind of fat, but that he's also kind of looked fat for the last 20 years.
But it could be a trick and he's wearing a pillow in his shirt.
Could be.
Yeah.
And if anyone's going to be able to pull a salvageable brawly type match out of a 20-year retired Steve Austin. It is Kevin Owens.
Owens is a great guy to do it with.
So I think, Austin goes over. It's going to be in the 2 to 3.5 range.
Yeah, how many stars can you give a 4-minute match?
A 4-minute match that probably won't have a ton of spots.
Yeah.
Or it'll just be Owens bumping for him.
Yeah.
It'll be between 2 and 3.
Yeah, I'm going to say 3. I think if it'll hopefully be short and explosive, and there'll be a couple cool things.
Yeah.
So I'll say 3.
But is that what you thought was going to happen?
I don't know. I think if I had to bet, I'd say they're going to do whatever they're going to do on the Saturday.
Okay.
But
just have the showdown, the little bit of a brawl, kick, bam, stunner, beer fest, kick, bam, stunner.
That, or it turns into a real match on the Saturday. Like they bring in a ref and have a match.
But they'd have to clear the ring of all the KO show shit.
I think they'd manage. Yeah.
I think that's real time consuming at the end of a show when you're trying to do a blood feud between Quebec and Texas.
It is, but it's the main event of that day of WrestleMania. So I think there's a reason it's the last thing on. Anyway.
I think it's the last thing on to set up for the next day so they can sell tickets.
Yeah, which is entirely possible. I'm not ruling that out. So we will say whatever happens, if it is a match, Austin wins. I say 3 stars. You say?
Because I have to be better than you. 3 1/4.
3 1/4. Same as Charlotte Rousey.
Fuck.
But a very different match.
Yeah.
Day 2, the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions are being defended in a fatal 4-way tag team match by Queen Zelina and Carmella. Coward. Zelina, not Carmella. She just fucks Corey Graves. She's cool. Who wouldn't fuck Corey Graves? Versus Sasha Banks and Naomi versus Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan versus Natalya and Shayna Baszler. This was at some point just a regular tag match, right? Then they just kept adding teams because all these women aren't booked on WrestleMania.
Well, also I think they realized that Zelina and Carmella versus Sasha and Naomi doesn't really draw very much.
Yeah.
The women, the champions are not very good.
No, they're easily
the worst team. And also I think that they've been they haven't even really been doing any storyline stuff with them as far as I understand.
Nope.
Not even tension or they're starting to get along. It's really just you're 2 women and you're the tag champs.
Yeah. Yeah, very much. I think Ripley and Morgan are going to win because if they don't, I think Liv Morgan has been killed dead. She has spent the last 6 months getting title shot after title shot against Becky and losing every single time.
It's true.
But that being said, they might not give a shit and someone else could win.
I'm going Sasha and Naomi.
You're going with the Dream Girls, huh?
Is that what they're called?
Nope. But they have similarities.
They're Glow and Flow or something. They have a dumb team name.
Team Boss Glow.
You nailed it. I think that's exactly what they're called.
I mean, it's possible. It's their 2 words, and that's normally what they do with stupid
Neon Boss.
That sounds cool.
Glitter Bosses. Glamazons.
You know what? They're the Glamazons. So I'm going Rhea Liv. You're going. I'm going to write Boss Glow and see if I end up being right.
Boss Glow.
I don't think, even though there are a number of competent women wrestlers in this, Sasha, Rhea, Natalya, Shayna, Liv is serviceable, Naomi is serviceable, and the champions are both terrible.
They're both bad.
So that's always fun when the worst team is the defending champions and have been for some time. But I don't see this really going above, let's say, a solid 1 3/4. Your thoughts?
I'm going to go with 2. 2 even.
Big spender.
On the nose, too.
And luckily, we're long past the celebrity spectacles of the show, and we're on to a good old-fashioned catch-as-catch-can grappling match. Sami Zayn one of the best babyface wrestlers of the last 20 years in what will surely be a technical grappling encounter with Johnny Knoxville. Oh, and also Sammy's the heel because fuck everything.
He's a good heel though.
Here's the thing. Yeah. He's a good heel because he's fucking talented and he's going to be good at whatever you give him. Yeah. You know what he's best at? Being the best babyface.
Yeah. But maybe he doesn't want to be a babyface. Maybe he wants to be a heel. Well, neither
did Becky, but sometimes you have to tell a dumb wrestler no.
Yeah, that's true. dumb Syrian ginger.
Is it a coincidence that both of these dumb wrestlers have red hair? I put it to you that it is not a coincidence. There's a reason we're breeding them out.
Wow.
What? You could say that about white people. Who gives a shit?
I'm half a ginger.
Disgusting.
But I dye my hair so I don't look like one.
Exactly. Because you're appropriately ashamed.
I gotta cover up that star.
Of course. It's an anything goes.
I bet you this will be fun.
I bet you it will be fun.
I bet you this will probably be the most entertaining thing on the show.
Might be. Johnny Knoxville is silly, and Sammy is a fantastic worker, which you forget about a lot because I don't think he's been allowed to have a good match in WWE in 5 or 6 years.
No. Even having matches against good people.
And also, he was a manager for a year, even though he wasn't injured. They just thought it was a better role for him.
Manager, and then was U.S. champion.
Yeah.
And then, No, I think it leaves the door open for a lot of fun stuff. But that being said, my biggest fear of this is they end up going into the back and it turns into a 24/7 thing.
Ooh.
That's my biggest fear.
Yeah.
I would imagine that there will be other Jackass guys involved.
I was going to say, there's going to be other Jackasses, right?
But I feel like there is absolutely...
Ryan Dunn showing up?
Ryan Dunn.
Okay.
Bam Margera.
Ryan and Bam have got to show up.
They're going to be there. Uncle Phil.
Oh, R.I.P.
Oh, yeah, but not R.I.P. Ryan Dunn.
I meant James Avery, by the way.
Oh, James Avery. Uncle Phil. That's my biggest fear is that there'll be some fun stuff to start. They'll end up brawling into the back or something, and then where they'll bump into whoever the 24/7 champion is.
Yeah,
and then it's just going to be like, here comes Tozawa, here comes Titus O'Neil, here comes all these people to fucking do some dumb shit, and it's going to take away from the fact that the match could actually be pretty fun.
Yeah.
$1 million. Tell me who the 24/7 champion is.
Ooh, feels like it could be. I'm going to tell you 3 people, and it's one of them. Is that fair?
Okay, if it's one of them,
you know what? I'll tell you 2 people, and it's one of them.
If it's one of them, you then have to tell me who the champion is. If you give me 3 names,
I think it's Dana Brooke or Reggie.
What if I told you it went Dana Brooke, Reggie, Dana Brooke?
I would allow it
because it's Dana Brooke.
Beautiful.
Cool.
That's the end of the show.
I'm glad that the 24/7 title doesn't know gender rules.
No, it's not about gender,
but
limits,
also
it's about no limits. Dana's
held it. She held it for 84 days.
Yeah,
lost it for 7, and then won it back and has held it for 36.
Yep.
All right.
It's been her year.
Sure.
It's her first and only title,
and it's gonna be only ever. Yeah. Because she farts and is a pig. That's my biggest fear is that this is going to turn into some silly ass 24/7. And then and the thing with 24/7 is it always turns into here's a random legend or here's a comedy thing and here's a silly this. And I'd be afraid that that's what it's going to turn into.
You should be very afraid.
But also I don't think I give a shit if it does turn into that. I'm not going to be so mad that it's
so pissed off.
Oh, fucking 24/7 spot. I still really wish it was for the Intercontinental title because it'd be really funny if Johnny Knoxville won the Intercontinental title.
I kind of thought it was going to be, but then they took it off Sammy and put it on Ricochet, who's on the show, ? Oh, no, he's not.
Is Damian Priest? Or no, Finn Balor?
Finn Balor. Both mid-card champions, really good wrestlers.
Yeah.
Neither on the show.
Because they're in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Finn Balor is in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Ricochet will be defending the title in a 3-way as you're listening to this, if you guys are doing it correctly, against both of Los Lotharios of Angel Garza and the other one. That's the other one.
Humberto Carrillo.
That's the one. Humberto Carrillo.
I like that I said his first name right and his last name wrong.
Camila Cabello. That's the one. Who
So
that's their Mania weekend.
Yeah, good for them.
Good job, guys.
I wonder if they get paid the same. Oh, they probably don't.
They probably do, because there are no pay-per-view bonuses anymore. So go fuck yourself.
That's right.
I wasn't saying that to you. I was saying that to the wrestlers.
Yeah.
Who used to get, like, WrestleMania bonuses used to be massive.
Yeah. That's like your Christmas bonus.
Yeah. And now nothing.
And now you get shit all.
And you can't even do Twitch.
Yeah. And then you can cry on Twitch because they fired you because you wanted to unionize. Yeah. Except for then you took all the money to go back because they promised you big things. You got to be the queen of the ring and win the tag titles.
She's the defending women's tag team champion.
And also be forever branded as the biggest coward in wrestling.
Yep. All good stuff.
You're a fucking coward.
Until Cody Rhodes shows up.
Until Cody Rhodes shows back up.
Let's be reasonable here.
Coward of the year, Cody Rhodes.
The title is up for grabs.
Yeah.
Who you got? How many stars?
I actually do kind of think it could go either way.
It could go either way.
I originally was thinking like it's gonna be Johnny, but there can definitely be like a distraction roll up, and then Johnny's kind of like upset that he didn't get the win, and then maybe there'll be like one final prank on Sammy. Yeah. So I'm gonna go Sammy. I think
I'll go Knox to be different.
Okay, Mike Knox.
I'm going Mike Knox, or Nux as he was known in Aces and Eights. Because I think there might be a reason they got the IC title off Sammy. So that's what I'm going
possibly. Yeah.
Or I'm giving them too much credit.
Maybe.
Stars.
I hope they took it off of Sammy specifically because they did not want it defended on WrestleMania.
We don't do these titles on me.
That would be very fun.
Those are gay. I like that.
This one's hard.
It is.
This one's harder than Austin Owens.
Yeah. Like, I hope this is whatever year that was. I hope this turns into AJ Styles, Shane McMahon 2017, which was like shockingly awesome.
Yeah.
So I hope it's that. I don't know if it will be.
I also don't know if it will be. Four, five.
I don't think it should start with 5. I think you're flying pretty close to the sun.
It's really hard. Let's give it a 3.
I also
and see what happens.
Just wrote down a 3 for myself, so I will only accuse you a little bit of copying, and not as much as I would had I actually said it out loud.
Well, but
fair. You still are on the record as copying.
Okay. I could read your mind, that's why.
Celebrity match number 12, and celebrity in quotation marks at this point. Vince McMahon versus Pat McAfee. Oh, wait. This was abandoned. This was fully abandoned.
Yeah.
And it's Vince McMahon's little friend.
I can't believe how fast they gave up on it.
Real fast.
Like, it wasn't even like...
Did someone just tell him he was 76?
No, because I think this was the plan all along.
I think Austin was already always going to do most of the wrestling, but like Vince was going to be the guy booked in the match.
But I can't believe that they announced it wasn't going to be Vince as early as it did.
Absolutely, yeah.
And like...
They bailed really fast.
Yeah, it gave them time to have Austin Theory, like...
The better Austin on the show.
Build the feud by like going to SmackDown, shit talking McAfee and all this stuff,
and then also doing random jobs to Finn Balor,
and then also but like it gave them time to do that. But I can't believe how fast they were just like, Vince is wrestling. It's not Vince.
They really did.
But like it very easily could have been one of those things where the internet found out, Vince was pissed and immediately pulled it.
Yeah.
Because, like, he definitely does that. Mm-hmm. Like, he definitely does not like the marks knowing.
No, not at all.
So...
Hates the marks.
Maybe it is that.
Maybe it is that.
but also
not.
It's
a real believe it or not or believe it.
Yeah. I don't know. Austin Theory's whatever. McAfee is like hella underrated for what he could do. But
for having had two
matches,
pro wrestling matches, both are really good.
Yeah, both are really good.
And his debut match was a singles match, apparently called almost entirely in the ring, which speaks pretty fucking highly for Adam Cole.
Yeah. To
get that good a match in his first match. But McAfee was there. He was half of the match, and he did a good job.
I think that's the difference between like celebrity and athlete.
Yes.
Because McAfee was a professional football player, albeit a fucking punter.
Hey, an athlete's an athlete.
But he's a professional athlete playing.
He wore a special shoe.
He did wear a special shoe that was a different color, so you knew which one was his kicking foot. Mm-hmm. But yeah, there's a difference between being like a somewhat athletic celebrity, but then or also playing in the NFL.
Yes.
For like a long period of time, and also like being a more like a physical kicker. Like he used to tackle motherfuckers all the time. So like no surprise that he's capable of doing that stuff. But the balls on him for doing moonsaults. Like I've been wrestling for 18 years and I will never do a top rope moonsault. I would never even think I could do it.
Except your Springboard 180 moonsaults.
Yeah, but those are a standing opponent.
True.
And they were like Terry Funk salts.
Yeah. Yeah, it is impressive. So, yeah. I've been having a lot of face wins, so I'm going to have to go heel on this one. And also, in theory, this is to further push known pedophile Austin Theory. So, the Theory has more to gain and from their thinking, more upside than Pat McAfee, even though I think McAfee has more upside, but whatever. What do I know?
But not to Vince.
Not to Vince. Theory's his boy. He's young, he's cut, and he fucks kids. What more could you ask?
What else could there even be to be a perfect Vince McMahon wrestler?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think Theory wins, and I think it's 2.25 stars is what I think.
2.25, you say?
Too low, too high? Too low. No, because I don't have faith in Theory carrying a match. Remember when Theory was on WrestleMania 2 years ago? Yep. In probably the weirdest, most thrown together Mania match of all time. Yeah. I am racking my. Was it him and Angel Garza
against
the
Viking Raider Street Profits?
It could be Street Profits. I was going to say New Day, but that doesn't sound right.
No, Street Profits?
Yeah. Just so weird. And then he fucked some kids. Well, he had already fucked some kids, but it came to light he had fucked some kids. Then like you go back to NXT for a little while, hang out with Johnny Gargano. Everyone will forget you fucked some kids. Yeah. Then we'll bring you back up and wrestle a football player on Mania in 2 years.
Yep.
And he said deal.
He said, oh, okay.
That sounds like the deal. What's that? Never get in trouble for it? That's the deal I've been waiting for.
No one's going to bring it up again?
No.
Cool.
Pretty cool. Just get if you guys could just get Velveteen Dream in double hot water for it, and then I don't have to do anything. That'd be cool. And to be fair, I didn't send dick pics to a 15-year-old boy in Perth, Australia, who Scott knows.
Orlando Jordan.
No, that was
what?
No, that was Velveteen.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought it was also Orlando Jordan.
Wait, are they the same person?
I mean,
no, that the unsolicited nudes to Western Australian minors was Velveteen. And Orlando's chill.
Orlando's a cool guy.
Chill-ish.
Chill-ish.
But yeah. So, who do you got and how many? You got Theory? You got McAfee.
Yeah, I think Theory. I think there will be some kind of, even if Vince's music plays and he walks out to the ramp.
Oh, there'll be something, yeah.
And then blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I think Theory wins, and I'm going to go 2. I have no faith in Theory.
Maybe they do the big Vince entrance. Vince screws Theory, and then we get a new Austin McMahon, only with Austin Theory and McMahon.
I like the way you think.
I like the way I think too. Triple threat tag team match for I guarantee it. For the Raw tag team titles, RK Bro defending champions of Randy Orton and Riddle. Matt Riddle? Nope. Riddle. Against
Riddle me this, Batman.
Against the Street Profits, former weird WrestleMania match havers, and Alpha Academy. Chad Gable and Otis. It's cool that Chad Gable's on Mania.
It's cool that Chad Gable is just Kurt Angle.
I'm fine with that. Better than Shorty G.
Yep. He'll get to wrestle in basketball shorts though, which is the dream.
That is the dream. This match should be pretty fun.
I think this match should be really good.
Yeah.
Like, everybody in it is really good. And if Orton's committed to it, then you're talking 5 stars.
You're talking 5 stars. I'm not talking 5 stars, but I think they retain. They retain. They pretty recently just won them back, so I don't know why I
think they retain.
Lose them again at Mania. So, and there's an actual non-title change in a match, so I got one out of the way.
Scott, you're not gonna like what I'm gonna say.
So you're also going
RK Bro
retaining.
RK Bro.
What are you gonna say?
4 stars.
4 stars even. I think that is entirely possible.
That being said, you're going 2 stars.
I'm going dud. Yeah, I wonder if I want to go. I like. You could convince me to go 4. I won't because I'm difficult, and I will go 3 3/4. But if you sat me down in the room, pushed me down, made me wear a dress, fucked my mouth, I could probably be convinced to go 4 stars.
Okay, but I'm not going to.
I'm not going to. But as it stands,
but if I wanted to,
3 3.
Let it be known I could.
Let it be known. 3 3/4.
Okay.
Edge and AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Is an interesting match.
Yep.
Now, it's good on paper.
Yeah.
And might be good in practice. But it's possible that AJ Styles is bad now and nobody knows. Because he hasn't, like, you're like, when you think about AJ Styles, you're like, oh, he's great. He's a great wrestler. But, like, name good recent AJ Styles matches.
Him and Moss.
Okay, you know what? I didn't think about that.
Yeah. See? Told you.
But like...
No, yeah, you're right. Like, in WWE, he's had very little success as far as match quality.
As far as great match. Like, he had stuff with Danielson.
Yeah.
I think he had one kind of banger with Roman early on.
Yeah.
He had nothing but bad matches with Chris Jericho.
Yep.
Nothing but bad matches with
Shinsuke Nakamura.
He had one good one with Rollins in 2018, and that's it. So
he had a really good one with Shane McMahon.
You know what? Actually, he did. Mania 17 had possibly the best match on Mania with Shane McMahon.
He had a really good one with The Undertaker.
Well, it was fun.
It was fun. It wasn't a match.
And he did... That's Taker's retirement match, right?
Yep.
Interesting that your final match is an even faker match than
normal.
Than normal matches are fake.
Yeah. But it was against a good Christian boy, and that's what you care about. Blue Lives Matter.
That's true. So, yeah, it could be good if the stars align. Or it could be long, bad, and boring. It could easily be both.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's a part of Edge.
I'm putting in the food order.
Because those old those old matches are... Sorry, the old matches. The matches against Orton.
Yep.
I don't know if that's because of it being an Edge versus Orton match, or if that was Edge being like, "Oh, I'm Triple H."
Oh, that
I could wrestle for 40 minutes.
I never want to talk about that Orton match again.
So I don't know.
That Orton match ruined my life.
I don't know if he and AJ will be the same thing. I don't know if they will also be... Well, I mean, we're 2 really, really good wrestlers that everybody wants to see wrestle each other, so we're going to wrestle for 40 minutes.
Forever. Yeah, I don't think they'll do 40. I think they'll do over 20.
Yeah, I would think so. I think this will be the longest match on the show, on the whole weekend.
Yeah, it might be.
It's going to be longer than the main event, and it's going to be longer than both women's title matches.
Yeah, that you know what? This will be the longest.
Yeah, this will be the long match. So I think it'll be 28, maybe 30.
I just hope it's good. Like I want it to be good.
I'm glad that I'm watching it on delay several days later, so I can fast forward it if it's boring.
I think I'll be watching this one live and the first one on delay. Yeah.
Just sign up for the network for one day.
I'm not signing up for the network for one day.
Why?
I'm going to Kevin's.
No, for Saturday.
No.
Okay, fine. Do whatever you want.
I'm not spending 2 days.
Do whatever you want. I don't care. Kill yourself.
Stop yelling. I have no idea what to do with the star rating for that. Actually, nor do I know what to do with the winner.
Me neither.
Because it's not like they really care about AJ.
No, not particularly. And they did just turn Edge heel.
Yeah.
But then where do you go from this? Like, does Edge challenge for the title, but then you don't have a face champion?
Where does this go? Does Edge put over like Edge wants this match? Yeah. I think he said at one point AJ was one of the guys he would like to work upon coming back. So is Edge going to put over young up and comer, young 42-year-old up and comer AJ Styles? Am I undershooting? Is he
that young?
Oh boy,
I think he's like 45.
Boy, oh boy, 44.
Yeah,
turning 45 this year.
There you go.
Oh, 45 in 2 months.
There you go. So he's pretty much 45.
So he's pretty much 45.
What's Edge? 48?
49.
49?
Edge is 48.
Okay.
Turns 49 later this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can put up the...
yet another match with an older combined age than the Hogan Piper Age in the Cage in WCW that everyone made fun of.
Yeah.
They were 43 and 46.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That's fucking crazy. that's absolutely fucking insane that was the ages of those two men.
These old men having this cage match.
Oh my God. Scott, never speak to me again.
I feel like I've really upset you.
That's absolutely... I guess because we were so much younger.
Yeah.
And wrestling wasn't like a dinosaur game.
Yeah.
But man, it's
crazy.
Nuts.
Yeah. Combined Age in the Cage, 49. Combined Edge, AJ Styles, 92.
I can't believe it.
Yeah. So... who wins? What do you give it?
I think Edge wins. I think Edge wins, and I'm going to go 3 3/4.
I'm going AJ Styles.
Coward.
Maybe he gets the first title shot.
I don't think. It depends. Yeah, maybe.
If this was New Japan, it would be, because this is the... big singles match without a title on the line. Winner gets the next title shot.
This is Naito Evil.
I'm going AJ, and I'm going to go a rare ray of optimism from me for the WWE. 4 stars, best match on the show.
Okay.
And you're going Edge 3 3/4?
Correct.
Second best match on the show for you. Bobby Lashley, Omos. Lashley, dud is my pick. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this.
Omos and -1.
Omos is going on.
Omos is their guy.
He's their...
and Bobby's like kind of run his course at this point.
Lashley, dud. Omos, -1. You had to outdo my dud.
I was going to go minus no matter what. I was just hoping that you were going to be like, I don't know, like a half a star, quarter star.
Straight up dud.
Yeah, well, you're not wrong.
Yeah. It'll be something. And yet another match that was booked less than 1 week before the pay-per-view.
What was their original plan? Who knows?
The pay-per-view that they've known they were going to be doing for... I don't know, forever, because they know when WrestleMania
is. For 38 years.
For 38 years. You fucking idiots. I assume it was going to be Lashley Big E.
No, because I think Big E was going to be in the tag match.
Oh, but maybe he wasn't. But maybe he was. Actually, no, he had already been moved to SmackDown, so yeah. He was.
So I don't know what their plan was.
Maybe he was moved to SmackDown after Lashley was hurt. So maybe in January.
But that could have just been nothing.
You know what? It also could have been nothing.
You act like they have ideas in their head.
Yeah, that is always my downfall, is acting like they have ideas. So yeah, that's totally fair. Anyway, main event. I don't care about these two idiots. It's going to be worthless. And yeah, maybe Omos wins and gets the next title shot and wins.
Against who?
Against, spoiler, Roman Reigns.
Heel versus heel? Or is Omos a face?
Omos is a heel right now, and I guess Lashley's a face.
Who
which
fucking
is
cares?
Odd. Which is funny because when, like, apparently on the network or Peacock or whatever, you could, on Peacock,
I pee up my cock.
You can pay $4.99 or $9.99.
Yeah.
And $9.99 is no commercials.
Okay.
But what no commercials means is, because when they do the pay-per-views, they allot time for commercials.
Yeah.
So if you're on the $4.99, you see commercials for Peacock shows and shit. Yeah. But if you pay the extra, instead of seeing commercials, you see like 5-minute long promo vids for wrestlers. Like a 5-minute Bobby Lashley video.
Really?
Instead of commercials. So you still waste as much time. You get nothing for your money.
Sure. I think I would rather watch more wrestling than watch actual commercials for Two Broke Girls.
Sure. But for the extra money, it's not great. Right. Like,
but what else are they supposed to do? Because there's not like they have
not a lot time for commercials because it's a fucking pay-per-view.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess that's true. But
literally not do commercials.
I would imagine that that's part of the agreement.
I assume it is. But since apparently, I don't know, the fall, they've been doing these promo packages for Lashley as if he was the number one face in the company. Despite the fact that he has not been a face until this Monday.
Yeah. But I guess
he's been a straight up heel.
That's how you got to trick people into thinking that he's the guy.
They're like, hey, get hyped. He's going to be a good guy one day.
Look at this guy. Look at him. Look at him. He's so cool. He's so big. He's so dark.
He is all
Look at
those
that beefy
things.
dark meat.
Beefy dark meat. Okay. Main event. And then we're done. If the food arrives as I click stop record, I will be so pleased. Brock Lesnar, WWE champion versus Roman Reigns, Universal champion with Paul Heyman.
Blue Universal champion.
Winner takes all match to unify the WWE championship and the WWE Universal championship for at least 2 or 3 weeks until they split them back up again. And that's a promise. We promise they will be unified until for most of April.
I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt.
Classic mistake.
That it is a full 30 days before they...
You're giving them until May 3rd.
Yes.
May 2nd.
Before they decide we can't have one guy with both titles.
Yeah.
And then Roman has to vacate the Raw title, which then Brock will just win back.
That would be sick.
It's a real Rob Van Dam's hurt. We need to do a tournament for the title. Rob Van Dam's also in the tournament.
So if this goes as I think it's going to go and Reigns wins,
I agree.
I hope the next WWE champion is Brock Lesnar. That would be very fun.
I do not put that past them even a little bit.
That's beautiful. I love everything about that.
That is a champion versus champion. Okay, I'm the better champion. You can just have your belt back.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll do an on-air belt swap where I'll throw a tantrum.
I'll be uncooperative and total bitch to you.
Yeah, I'll throw a tantrum and probably would have thrown more of one if I wasn't standing next to and being threatened by an angry lesbian with actual MMA experience.
Yes.
I think of all people, Sonya Deville saved that disastrous segment from being even more of a disaster.
Yeah.
Because when Charlotte threw down the title, Sonya's like, pick that the fuck up.
Yeah.
And Charlotte's like, oh, I guess I should. I guess I should do that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Now I want to see that again.
It's great. It's an all-timer.
It really is.
Yeah, it's one of the most unprofessional things I've ever seen.
More or less professional than sitting in the back of a battle royal until there's 4 people left and you get up to eliminate the 2 people you need to eliminate.
Gotta say, also pretty unprofessional.
Yep.
It's a toss-up.
Yep.
One was on a larger stage.
But I got bad news. I didn't want to do it. I really didn't want to do it.
What am I supposed to do? I'm Corbin. They're Corbin.
Dearest Cody, I'm sorry I didn't want to be a tag team champion with you, but I was very unhappy with wrestling at the time and didn't really want to do it.
Do you have Roman winning?
I have Roman winning.
This
match could be a 5 or a dud.
This is a fucking crapshoot. So this is the 3rd Lesnar versus Reigns Mania main event.
Yes.
It's the first 3-time main event. By my count, it's the 2nd ever 3rd-time match at Mania. They did 3 Austin Rocks.
Yeah.
I don't think they've done 3 of anything else. And certainly not 3 main events.
No.
So this is interesting. The first one, everyone was not psyched about. And then it turned out...
Because we were like, Roman's winning the fucking title.
Roman's being pushed to the moon. It's going to be Roman for 100 years. And to be fair, we were right about part of that.
Yeah.
It turned out awesome even before Rollins showed up, and then even more awesome when he did.
Yeah.
And it's like one of my favorite WWE matches. It's great.
Yeah, and that is also like top 10 greatest WrestleMania moments. I think.
Easy. Yeah, it's awesome. Then
could be top 5.
They did it again in 2018, and it was a real 2004 Lesnar Goldberg. Fans hated both of these motherfuckers. Yeah. Most of them left.
Yep.
Either during or some even before the match. Everyone hated it. Goldberg had a cry backstage afterwards, and by cry I mean threw something at someone.
Yep.
And it was...
Didn't know how to handle his rage like a man.
Exactly. And it was just beautiful. Couldn't have asked for more. 10 out of 10. I think we both might have given the match a dud.
Probably.
I have no way of finding out besides going back and listening to a podcast. Jesus Christ, the very idea. But yeah, and this could really go either way. This has been booked much better than 2018. It has been booked well at the expense of every other wrestler on the roster because both guys have killed
everyone
all year. Everyone else is dead. There is no number 3 person in the WWE. It is Reigns, Lesnar, and nobody.
It would have been nice if, well, okay, number 1, you can't give them credit for actually booking properly, but the idea of like champion versus champion, title versus title, loser cannot challenge for the world title, for any world title again, as long as that guy is still champion. Mm-hmm. That's the way to go, because you keep Brock out of the title picture.
Yeah,
I guess Roman if Roman loses, but it's definitely Brock. But yeah, that would be the way to go if it was possible.
Yeah, for sure.
But they don't book like that. That's more of an AEW thing, or like smaller companies. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so Roman for sure.
Yeah, and the other thing about their previous 2 main events is everyone was 100% positive Roman was winning both of them.
Yes.
And Roman won neither
of them, which is why he's winning this one.
1,000% he's winning this.
Yeah.
I'll actually, like, this would be a great swerve. If they wanted.
This would be a huge swerve.
This, like, if Brock wins, everyone will lose
their minds.
Yeah. That would actually be cool. I just don't think they're doing it.
Yeah, me neither.
And it's the first time Roman has ever been in, I guess it was last Mania too, like actually being booked in a way that's good for him.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, because everything else I'm still shocked they ever turned him heel.
Yeah, but it was the smartest move they ever made.
Of course it was. And they should have done it 5 years earlier.
But the problem with doing it 5 years earlier is that at this point he would have flip-flopped between heel and face like 7 times.
Definitely.
So that's why holding out did actually work.
Yeah, no, for what it is now, it actually worked. It's just too bad we had to live through 2014 through 2020.
Yeah.
Can't win them all. But yeah, he has to win, and yeah, is it good? It could be great. If they did 2015 again, even without Seth Rollins, that's awesome. But I don't know if they do. It's got to be better than 2018.
Absolutely.
It's got to be better.
But how long does it go?
Either 6.5 or 22.
I can't see it going 22.
Brock doesn't like to go 22. No. I'll tell you that. Brock is not a fan of double digits.
No, he is not. I say it goes short. I say it goes under 10.
And does it rock?
But it's a speed fest.
I like a speed
fest.
And
I bet you it rocks.
I'm
going to be so optimistic that it rocks that we're going to look back on this next year's and go, remember when you said that this was going to rock and it was a minus 4-star match?
We do kind of never call WrestleMania correctly.
Yeah,
I guess like a couple of them we did, but like 30-31, or we both were those are the first two we did.
Yeah,
and we were super down.
Yeah, we're like, shit, this looks awful, terrible.
Both ended up really good.
Mark Henry versus Ryback, obviously. Then when Kelly found out about it, he like threw a goddamn temper tantrum.
And then I think we knew like 32 was going to be horrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we weren't bad after that. But we've definitely had some misses on our calls in terms of quality.
Yeah.
Cause it was 2-2-1. Yeah, because 30-31, we said we're going to suck. They were great. 32-33, we said we're going to suck, and we're correct.
Yeah.
And then I think 34, we went back to suck.
And was okay.
It was pretty good because that was 2017. So that had some of both, because that had the shockingly good Goldberg Lesnar and Styles Shane.
Yeah.
But then also the main was Reigns Taker, and was one of the worst matches of all time.
Yeah.
A match so bad Taker couldn't retire on it.
Yes.
Yeah. After he left his fucking boots in the ring.
Don't try and reverse a tombstone if you're not strong enough to reverse a tombstone.
Oh boy. Tough one. So yeah. So I feel like whatever we say, we're going to be wrong. But why not be optimistic in this crazy mixed up world of ours? Why not take a shot and hope you're right? So I think it's going to be fun.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, I think it's going to be 5.
I think it's going to be gay. Yeah. I think, how much do I think?
I'm going to go, I think it's going to be on the better end, but do I think it's better than AJ Edge, and do I think it's better than the tag title match? Because those are my two highest, right? One's a 4, one's a 3 3/4.
You've got 3-way tag at 4, AJ Edge 3 3/4, Bianca Becky 3.5.
Well, it's definitely better than Bianca and Becky
because
it's men.
That's correct.
It's probably better than Edge and AJ, I think.
It could be.
And it could be a little bit better than the tag.
Where do you stand?
Optimistic 4 1/4.
4 1/4 best match on the show. I'm going 4 even, tied for best match on the show with AJ Edge. So it's up to
we agree.
Both of those matches to decide who is better.
So it's very obvious that day 2 is the better show, right?
Day 2 is better. Day 2 might have the 3 best matches on the show.
Yeah. Edge, AJ, tag team titles, main event.
Yeah. You have it as straight up the 3 best. I have it as the 2 best and 1 tied for the 3rd best. So we'll see how that goes. So I'm glad we'll be fast forwarding through Saturday when we watch it on Sunday.
Yeah,
I think this was the right way to do it. Oh, I've looked back and am slightly disgusted with myself because I forgot for match 5 on day 1. I wrote my pick was the blacks and your pick was the whites. I actually wrote that. Huh?
Well. You're right what you're right.
The clarity and an hour of time passed.
You're right what you're right.
Maybe I'm a bad person. Well, I hope you enjoyed your bonus episode. And if you didn't listen to this on the very day we recorded it, you've done it wrong. But maybe you can probably still listen to literally the first hour and then some of this because it's not about WrestleMania, and I think that's when most people check out anyway.
But so, I like that you're stating this at the end of the podcast when nobody's listening. Gonna hear you.
It is a real Ouroboros of stupid ideas. Oh, it's a real Aurora Borealis.
Aurora Borealis. At this time of year.
At this time of day.
At this time of the country. Localized entirely in your kitchen.
My bedroom. Let me tell you what else is in my bedroom. Food.
Piss.
Piss
and cum and shit.
All that good stuff. And for the 8 of you diehards still listening, remember my car exploded and that I need a new one. So buy me one via PayPal at paypal.me/NotScottHenson. Don't pay attention to Drew. And if you want to send something just to Drew, send it to the same address and say it's for Drew. And I'll be a little sad, but I'll send it to Drew because at the end of the day, I am nothing if not a gentleman.